there, friends, and welcome to another episode of Hair of the Dogcast, your favorite podcast about video games and beer and the hottest video game news, and trying not to just talk about tariffs, Clair Obscure, and whatever else is our headlines today. Special thanks to David Wise for our theme song. My name is Brad.
My name is Tyler.
My name's Dylan, and I'm doing it in an NPR voice.
Ooh. And the very first biggest piece of news today is a brand new permanent co-host of Hair of the Dogcast. Welcome, Stoy.
Why am I telling myself welcome? Let's start that over. Start the intro completely over.
No. It's not happening.
Well, this is how it goes.
You're on the wrong podcast, buddy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stoy. You probably have heard me a few times on past episodes, and I'm just glad to be here in a kind of a more permanent. You guys have graciously opened me up to your homes, and I feel very honored to be here with you guys.
Yeah, you're
Glad
here
to have you.
Yeah. You have been a great guest for a long time, and we just having someone who plays as many games as Dylan is a good thing.
It's getting really hard to... I could talk about all these things, but then it would just be me talking to the audience. And it just feels like I'd be kind of, restrained in that way.
Yeah, no, it's good because, I was previously on a podcast for a few years, and just being able to talk games with people has always been super fun. And, from what we talked about on the Discord, it sounds like we play a lot of similar games and a lot of other different kinds of games. So
you're a trend chaser just like me.
Yep. So, and I'm also a fan of the retro. I collect video games. I currently have over 1,900 games in my collection.
Oh yeah.
Spanning back to I go back as far as Nintendo because that's what I started playing as a kid. Mm-hmm. So I still avidly collect to this day. Actually, after this, I'm going to be meeting a friend of mine at the retro game store down the road from here. So they have a copy of.
What's that?
Is that why you got this house, the retro game store?
Yeah, I haven't told Carly about it yet.
Steve from Game Together MKE, he's good. He's good people. He held a Steel Battalion controller for me for 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that, but he's like, I really want you to have this, and I was like, I can't pay you now because that thing is like $400.
Jesus.
I was like, let me save up a bit. So,
yeah. I got a beer we're going to drink some special beers in honor of you joining.
Oh, this is great.
This one comes from Texas, from our good friend Ryan down there. This is from True Anomaly Brewing. This one's called Peggy. It's a fruited sour, hibiscus, tangerine, and lemon, 5.9%. It says for the explorers.
I think I may like this.
Can I look at the artwork?
Yeah.
What is a hibiscus?
It's a flower.
Wow, you guys answered that fast.
Cheers, Bradley.
Damn. Cheers.
I was going to say, I don't even know what it is, so I didn't chime in at all.
We said it so angrily.
Yeah, really.
I'm like...
Cheers. Sorry, I'm still holding up the cheers.
I was like, wait, you want me to do it again? No, I'm sorry, Tyler. I didn't mean to sound like that.
It's a goddamn flower, Tyler.
Yeah, what the hell is the matter with you?
Jesus Christ.
I truthfully did not know.
That is very good.
It is very good, yeah.
Yeah, it is tart.
Yes, very tart.
I really like
lemony.
And it's a sour?
It's a sour beer, yeah.
Okay,
And it's called Peggy.
Yeah, because sour beers, I don't much care for it, but the tartness of it, I think, takes a little bit of the sourness out. I don't know if tart and sour are kind of separate flavors, right?
Yeah.
So.
I think that, sours, they can be a little bit like cider times 12 almost.
Right.
But I do prefer a more tart sour because you can only have like one of these things if...
Yeah, but this is like, I could probably have a couple of these.
I could put a few down.
Yeah.
And I have probably at one point, not this one specifically, but...
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, let's get into the news.
Yeah, a lot of big news. One of the biggest ones to come out, to no surprise to anybody, about the Oblivion remaster that just quote unquote shadow dropped.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, it was rumored for like a while that they were working on it, and like Bethesda just didn't say anything about it until all of a sudden they had a little direct, and they said, "Yeah, we worked with a different studio on this." It was a brand new studio, I think, that they made, that they worked on the Oblivion remaster for a couple years. So
it wasn't Bethesda.
Yeah. So
which is why it might be refreshing.
Yeah, especially since they use a different engine.
Would this be the point to talk about it a little? Like,
Yeah, we don't have to wait till
elaborate.
what we've been playing.
no,
We gotta
I
jump
mean,
in.
this is. Have you guys played it?
Yeah, I closed the first gate.
Okay, so you like saved Kvatch or whatever. Okay. Yeah, I bummed around in the game for a long time.
How
I'm
ugly
like,
did you make your character? Did you make him real ugly?
I am enjoying the ugly characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a really hot Argonian, so no.
I made a
It was
really,
hard to make an ugly one, am I right?
I know.
made a really ugly Imperial named Grangus McDangus.
Dangus.
And I run around with a warhammer and I just hit shit.
I've seen you in my dreams.
He's just like a
Who, me?
walking nightmare fuel.
I'm Grangus.
I'm
Yeah, too bad.
Grangus McDangus and I'm here to boink.
Yeah, I bummed around in the game, trying to remember everything that I could without even going to the first like real main quest, and I got up to like level 10 after a short while. It went a lot quicker than I remember the leveling up.
It's
going.
weird to have a game that looks as pretty as it does, but have the jank from like.
Oh yeah, it's
I
still
heard they
there.
kept a lot of the jank.
It's super janky.
It functions essentially exactly the same. The physics aren't different. The dialogue is not different.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing. The characters look so cool, and the city, like the graphics do look very good. But then you have NPCs like, "Hi, what are you doing today?"
Do they still have the horrible conversation wheel?
No, I think they actually changed it to just straight up and down menu style.
Okay, because before it was like joke, insults, flatter. They had like the four things,
Yeah,
and you had to build up their rapport.
They kept that in Persuade, which I have not used yet. But I guess I did piss one person off trying to like win them over when I didn't have to.
Oh, it's like real life.
You guys want to know what else they changed in this game?
Yes, please.
You can sprint now.
That's cool.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Should have always have been able to, maybe.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, you can. There's also new combat animations that make fighting and moving look a little bit more natural. I think that was part of the charm, unfortunately, of Bethesda, where like it looked like stiff and janky. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is the modern era. This is 2025. So. New character models and sound effects. The third-person camera is improved with an adjustable field of view, which is nice if you're... Do you guys play in first person or third person?
I play in first person, but
Combat.
I tried third person, and actually it worked great.
So adjustable field of views. I mean, you can just go further out or in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
usually.
okay.
Yeah.
So it starts out, you're in first person, then I think it pushes you all the way out, and then
Yeah.
you can lock back in if you want.
Elder Scrolls has always been a first-person game to me.
I do
It's part,
Yeah.
of, part of the immersion.
Combat and dungeons first person, but when I'm like walking between cities, I do third person because
Oh.
I got to check out the drip.
Sure.
I got this cool armor and I never get to see it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you
then-
spend like 2 hours in the character creator and you play first person mode. Come on.
Yeah.
and then you open up the menu and you see, oh, that's Grangus McDangus there.
Yeah.
The infamous Grangus McDangus. You can control your character independently of the camera too, so it looks a little bit less stiff, I imagine. Leveling up has been retooled and is moved a little closer to Skyrim because
Yeah.
a lot more people, I think, prefer Skyrim.
You still have to sleep.
Yeah, of course. So, and then there's new voice acting in it as well. So, have you guys heard any new voices or?
Yeah, I recognized a few new voices that sound like characters I've heard from other games.
There's a lot of incidental, like talking and chattering on the side, but it's so funny because you get like the weird stiff stuff that you hear that feels like the original. And then some people are just like talking about their day on the street, and you're just like, oh, that sounds new.
Yeah.
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 It's not all Linda Carter for every single female character.
Right, exactly.
Leave Linda Carter alone.
No, hey, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. So the big difference is that this game was built in Unreal Engine 5 from the ground up. So I know if like a lot of games have been coming out in Unreal Engine 5 if they've been made in previous versions of Unreal Engine, which has made what Unreal Engine 5 has been very well known for. Like I don't know if anyone's ever played like the Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yeah. Black
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, the Unreal Engine 5. Apparently, the port was actually pretty simple. It maintained a lot of the same gameplay styles, but to go from like one different engine to another is like pretty amazing. Yeah, they kept a lot of it. So
Yeah.
I hear it. I hear that Unreal Engine 5 is like super malleable, and it's a lot easier to produce in.
Yeah.
Than 4 even, and that was used for ages and ages.
Yeah.
When did it come out? Like early 2010s?
Yeah. It's like, no, Oblivion. That's like a two.
No, the engine.
The
Unreal
engine itself, yeah.
Unreal 4, I'm talking about specifically.
Yeah, because Oblivion, what was that, like 2007?
2004 is when it originally came
And
out.
I know that's
Yeah.
Bethesda's proprietary engine that they used, right? Or did they use Unreal Engine at the time?
They didn't use Unreal Engine.
No,
at the
okay,
time.
Right, that was their
Yeah.
proprietary engine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it in what was it in the direct, the Bethesda direct that they did for the game, where they talk about this was a true remaster because we retained a lot of this original game, and there was like a pause right before it, so it's like I think they wanted to say jank, but
Yeah.
you know. Otherwise, there's new content like new quests for deluxe weapons and armor types. That's for the deluxe edition, and
That's weird.
the DLCs are included, which include Knights of the Nine and the Shivering Isles.
Shivering Isles is good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
So this is on Game
anything
Pass.
with more like what is the Daedric god of
Sheogorath.
mischief? Or yeah, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, me too. I like at the end you become him.
The Daedric quests are all really good in Elder Scrolls. Hermaeus Mora in
Yeah.
the Skyrim DLC.
Yeah.
Fucking loved that
Oh
one.
my god, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much the whole game.
For the DLC, yeah.
For the DLC,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's the main villain.
You guys are speaking a different language. I never played Oblivion, and I have trouble playing Skyrim.
I remember going to Halo parties in high school.
Yeah.
And before and after, it would always be a couple people playing Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind on the Xbox before we got started. And everyone's just watching, like, I don't get it. Like, what is this? And then I try playing it, and I'm unable to damage a crab, and I'm suffering. I'm like, this is not for me. Yeah.
Morrowind is rough.
Yeah.
I talked to a coworker the other day. He's like, I played Daggerfall, dude. I was like,
Ugh.
Damn.
I don't know if I could.
back in the day, you could have.
I don't know. Oh, I probably would have eaten up anything because I would only get like one game every 3 months.
Yeah.
So, oh.
The deluxe edition upgrade is $10. You receive a digital art book and soundtrack, which always seems weird to me, like digital soundtracks that you can just play on your system.
Right. When
Like-
the soundtrack's probably already on Spotify, and the art book is pictures you could probably find online.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, I guess it's kind of cool if you're the type of person to turn on your PlayStation 5 or Xbox and play music from it, I guess.
I have that for Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Wilds. And I gave it a perusal, but it's also like, the fuck am I doing?
My go-to first date move is like, yo, baby, come over here. Check this out. I got the Horizon Zero Dawn digital book on PlayStation.
Now, you see, this is a spoiler. If you haven't played the game before, this is a huge spoiler right here.
This robot, he comes later. So don't look too hard. Because we're going to
Don't
sit
look
down,
at
we're
the
going to play it all.
I remember the first time I found out you could have like Spotify playing while you were playing a game.
Yeah.
I listened to Hair the Dogcast while playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and I'm like, this is horrifying. I'm just out there like in Egypt
imagine it
hearing
doesn't
us
sync.
talk. You should do it, folks. It's weird for us.
Does
Okay.
it replace the music in the game?
You have
to
but you
turn
have
the
to
music down.
You can go into the settings and turn the music
sure.
down for some of
I
them.
I'm
just-
surprised
I
you
use
don't
my-
do that with Gran Turismo. Do you not play your own music?
I played off my phone.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool.
I don't. Well, Gran Turismo's music.
You're not
is-
supposed to be on your phone when you're driving. You know that, right?
No, that's how I play racing games. I turn on Spotify and I just turn the music down, the in-game music down, and that's how I play.
Do you have Spotify Premium? Because
Yes.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of podcasts because I find it's easier for me to lock in, especially when I'm driving, because it's what I do all day for
Oh.
my job.
Okay,
So if I hear like someone talking, I can focus on what's ahead. So
well, that's interesting.
music kind of amps me up, and if the beat is really like, dun, 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 I'll try going faster, and then I'll fuck up.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know.
No, yeah, that's everyone's got a thing. I listen to this is the only time I listen to techno.
Oh, really?
It's basically when I'm playing racing games because it locks me in. You know.
Now
so.
tell me, you're probably going to listen to the Mario Kart World soundtrack, right? Do you not like Mario Kart music?
No, I do. I do.
okay.
I mean, on the Switch, I turn that shit up. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I won't be playing Spotify while I'm playing Mario Kart World. So, yeah, and then there's also in the deluxe edition upgrade, there are unique armors and weapons. This game is free on Game Pass if you have PC or Xbox, and then also it's on the PS5, which is kind of neat.
That was a cool little insert. It really does show that they are fulfilling their promise of Xbox everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
I am an Xbox.
Which Tyler also is an Xbox.
Tyler is an Xbox.
I am an
Dylan
Xbox.
is an Xbox.
I'm an Xbox. Every atom in my body is an Xbox.
Yep.
You guys hear that? Nintendo's Xboxes.
Fuck. God damn it.
You are all chat Xbox today.
Fuck.
Well, I'll be talking at the same time during the Xbox news. So.
Yeah.
You Baldur's Gate 3 fans, guess what? You just got your final update.
Fucking more free content and
Jesus.
upgrades. Already game of the year.
Yeah, already. It's Game of the Year the last like 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
The final update for Baldur's Gate 3 has arrived, and it is massive. I don't have all 48 pages of the notes and the updates that this brings, but the most notable changes is there's crossplay now for PC, Mac, Xbox, and PlayStation 5.
That's sick.
That's wild that it took
That's
so
nice.
long.
Well, it's wild that it's a thing.
I
Yeah.
have two friends, and we have been waiting. They're in my Dungeons and Dragons group in real
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
And we've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
For like months now.
Finally.
It's a cool thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of my friends had this on PS5, so of course when I got it on Xbox, they were like, why? And I was like, I don't know.
I made that same mistake. No worries.
Yeah. Also, Xbox Series S finally gets split screen support added, which the developers didn't think they were ever able to do. I think that was why the Xbox version was so delayed.
I still wouldn't probably venture into trying it.
I sure wouldn't either.
I have a feeling it won't be running that great, but you actually did play split screen mode on the PlayStation, right, Dylan?
No, I have the Xbox Series X, so I played it.
Oh, you could play split
I
screen
played it
in
with
there.
my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So-
the Series S that you can't do it. The digital only. Yeah.
Now you can.
They
Now
couldn't
you
split screen
could.
at all on it.
Yeah.
No.
So they developed this machine, and then they just had two TVs side by side, and they're just like chain smoking. Like, how do you do it? How do you combine them? They create an Xbox, and they're like, they can't split screen it.
It's the guts. It's probably just
Yeah.
that the Xbox Series S is just technically a less powerful system.
Yeah.
I have a feeling because I don't think that thing has. I've only seen an Xbox Series S in the wild once.
Same.
They look dumb. That big stupid circle on the side.
Is
I
it
know.
the digital only one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I
Yeah.
have.
You have the digital only?
You have the S?
Really?
Yeah, I got it for $100.
The one with the big black dot
I
on
thought
it?
you got the Series X.
No, with the
I
big
like-
black dot on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this big. It's very tiny.
I prefer
Did you
my
guys
little
see the
monolith.
toaster version of that? They actually made a toaster version of the Series S.
Really?
Yeah. I think we talked
No.
about
Yeah.
that one.
We must have.
Yeah.
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 Kind of neat. So, and then there's also a photo mode. So
Okay.
be responsible with your photos. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just putting that out there.
Can you take photos during the bear scene?
That's what I'm saying.
How many zooms?
Please be.
Well, that's nice. that
Enhance. Enhance.
Yeah.
Nice
Enhance.
that they did that. I was recording it all on my phone.
Dude,
Right. Yeah.
You can see Halson's butthole hair.
I'm saving this for later.
For research purposes. And there's also 12 new subclasses. So that's good.
That's just so generous.
Yeah.
It's huge.
There's
Yeah.
also a really wonderful animated video that they made describing it with all of the characters
Yeah.
voicing being voiced by the actors, and it's led by Asterion, and it's great because they also run into their like day one versions of their characters, like, "Oh, Gale, what's wrong with you?" And yeah, it's super meta and super fun, and I can't speak highly enough for what Larian has done.
It's a masterpiece.
They're taking care of the fans of the game, and they're doing. It's at this point they could just be done with it, and the fact that they're still going back and putting more effort into it, I think, is just
It's been out for 3 years now.
Well, I mean, I hope they're done with it
it-
because
Almost 3 years.
yeah, like the pre-playing. But
I don't know. No,
I was going to say the
I
beta
think
came out 4 years ago. I remember downloading it 4 years
But then
ago.
they released it late 2022, right?
I thought the game came out like a little over a year ago, because I
Oh,
remember
I could just be having a brain
officially
fart.
came out.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well,
but
yeah.
everyone was playing it for like a year before then too. True. Yeah.
Yeah, so Berserk fans, get ready to download Diablo 4 because your favorite manga.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's the kids' books.
Yeah. It's the.
He
it's-
laughed.
It's the. It's the.
That
It's
was
the
a Berserk
drawings.
reference.
Or some graphic
haven't
novel
read it.
that has influenced every video game you play. Basically, Berserk has had a hand in it. So
Yeah,
it
pretty
is
much.
coming to video game consoles. Diablo 4 will be hosting a collab with Berserk beginning on May 6th. This will feature limited time cosmetics, which
I don't.
I don't like limited time anything in video games.
This seems like the kind of thing you wouldn't like other
No.
things playing with your toys, Dylan.
Yeah.
No, I don't like collaborations. I think that it takes me out of the world. I'm like, can you do your own thing?
Yeah.
You're supposed to create stuff for me. I'm not supposed to be like. It's the reason I don't like, like pop culture mashup bullshit, like T-shirts where it's like Scooby Doo, but it's also like the hunks from Supernatural. It's just, I'm like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
this is not fun.
I'm right
Scooby
there.
Doo in the TV series Criminal Minds. I saw that one. I was like, what?
Scooby Doo and Criminal Minds teamed up.
Yeah, I think I saw like a reel on Instagram or something like that, and I saw that, and I was like, okay,
That's
pretty dark.
Well, we can stop all collaborations because we had the best one already, and we're not going to top it. When I played as Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty, I mean,
Oh yeah,
We didn't
yeah.
top that. We have peaked.
yeah.
And
was
Sabrina
Sabrina
Carpenter
Carpenter
in
in
Fortnite.
My favorite
Oh, that's
one was
better.
I downloaded the 2 terabyte patch just to check it out.
patch just to do it. My favorite one was when in Ghost Recon Wildlands, the Predator was a mission.
Yep.
oh
Like
yeah.
the literal Predator,
See,
and
that's
it was
actually cool.
yeah.
That can
but
be
that was a
okay,
limited
but-
time release too. Like you played it, and then like it was up for like a month or two, and then it was gone.
'Cause
Like
of
which kind of
licensing.
sucked. Yeah. Which kind of sucked, but I guess I understand the licensing.
It's just
issue.
fucking everything's turning into Ready Player One.
Yeah.
I don't need characters from other things to enter other things.
Let's remake Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
They are.
They are, yeah.
I know.
How do you feel about it? I know you got a Harry Potter tattoo somewhere on that body, huh?
I do not.
Oh.
I can't go along with this one. I am.
I
Not,
get confused.
Yeah. Right.
There's a lot of them.
Harry Potter has been eternally ruined by its author, and Pedro Pascal recently called her out.
A heinous loser. He
Yeah.
called her a heinous loser.
Come on,
Damn. Pedro Pascal's the nicest guy.
Pedro, I can't stop. I can't fall in love with you more. It's already peaked, Pedro. So you just gotta slow down because it is hard for me right
I
now.
want to tenderly kiss his cheek.
R.I.P. to all the Last of Us season 2 watchers in the chat, especially those who haven't played the game before, who just watched episode 2.
Don't spoil a fucking thing.
That's all I'm saying.
Stuff happens.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm aware. We watched it and it was great.
Yeah.
That show gets zombies right.
I heard it did it really well this season.
The stress of like a zombie attack and like the claustrophobic feel of your circle just getting smaller and hiding and getting pushed down. They handle it really well. And I feel like a lot of zombie movies don't deliver on that enough. And this one the action is so good. We were watching it and my wife's like, I'm so stressed right now. Mm-hmm. Which is perfect.
Very good.
I'm waiting till more episodes build up.
Yeah, they shouldn't I could see them trying to make it into a video game, but it's just such a obviously a movie or a TV show. So
It'd be
I'm glad-
hard to make it into a video game.
I don't
be
want to
really
just
hard.
watch cutscenes in hallways. So
Right, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I love walking and talking. It's like an Aaron Sorkin show.
Dude, who'd play
That I have to play through.
Metal Gear
Dude,
Solid 4.
Pedro Pascal would probably play with like Nolan North, or like Troy Baker or something.
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Dreamcasting right there.
I could not see Troy Baker playing as Joel. No way. No way. Doesn't have the voice for it.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know, so.
And his guitar skills are whack, so
Harrison Ford made a mention how Troy Baker nailed his
Yeah, at the Game
impersonation,
Awards.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
gave Harrison Ford $1 billion to come stand on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Have you
It's-
ever seen the Glenn Morangi commercials with Harrison Ford?
No.
They are wild. They make him do like weird stuff like wear a kilt and stand epically on like this hillside at like sunset or dawn.
Is this an
But then it's just him going like, there's a lot of scotch around here. It's just him being so fucking high. And you can tell he's high because his eyes are a little like bloodshot. And he's like, man, I never knew that this place would be so big.
Harrison Ford, I've only fallen more in love with him too as he's gotten older.
Yeah.
The scene of David Blaine in his kitchen doing magic, and he says, "Get the fuck out of here."
yes.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in other news, there's a couple video game previews that just came out recently. One, Star Wars Zero Company is a new game that just got announced that has XCOM style gameplay.
I like that.
And it's made by it's published by EA. Respawn's doing it, and then I think a different developer. There's like 2 or 3 different developers involved in the process, but Respawn's got their hand in this. I know for sure because
They deserve it.
Yeah. So
Did you enjoy the Jedi series?
like
The newer ones?
The newer ones or the old
Fallen
ones?
Order and
Yes, I did.
Survivor.
Yeah.
It's
oh,
the
yeah,
best piece of Star Wars content since the original trilogy, maybe.
100% agree.
Yeah.
100% agree.
What's that?
I say ever.
Yeah,
The best ever.
honestly. Cal Kestis is just a great. He's got a good character arc. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
The Just Dance game was good too.
Oh, I never played that one.
Solo.
I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. And I throw my hands up in the air.
Didn't we play that?
Yeah,
dear.
back in the ancient days of the Dogcast.
That's funny.
Oh dear.
Yep.
So it's set during the twilight of the Clone Wars, so near the end. Yeah, I think it's just titled Zero Company. So it's just within the Star Wars universe. Star Wars, Zero Company.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
I'll wait till it's out. And if reviews are really good, I will check it out. Otherwise, I probably won't play it.
Yeah, the trailer shows a little bit of cinematics and a little bit of gameplay, and it looks, interesting.
It's nice that they showed gameplay, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that style of game, and they don't really make a lot of them anymore. I think the last great one I truly played might have been Mario and Rabbids, the first one.
The second one I did not like as much.
I did not like the second
It
one.
lost
at
the
all.
grid, and
Yeah.
it really hurt for that.
The grid, they needed the grid, unfortunately.
Is anybody else getting franchise fatigue? Like
what,
I'm
Mario?
so
For Star Wars?
I'm so tired of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about the new Harry Potter show. Like they're making a big deal about it on HBO Max,
And you're still a huge fan.
I'm a pretty big fan of Harry Potter. And even now, I'm like after Fantastic Beasts and how that was like very meh.
Yeah.
Now they're announcing the new show, and it's essentially a remake of the original story. And I'm just like, new ideas, please.
Yes, please.
I'm legitimately excited for Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, but even the trailers, I'm like, oh, God.
Fantastic Four
it
looks legitimately good.
And Thunderbolts
Really?
looks legitimately good too. I'm a big
Thunderbolts
fan.
looks good,
I'm a
yeah.
big fan of all of those characters.
Yeah.
but the
Except the ghost lady, but she's perfunctory. They
The
had to round
difference
it out.
with those, though, are we haven't seen that much of the Thunderbolts, so it's still kind of new. And like this Fantastic Four movie is like the new big shiny toy.
it's like the third or fourth reboot of it.
But yeah, they
Of that
haven't
series.
I haven't had a good feeling about Fantastic Four. So I never read the comic books. I never watched a cartoon. I know Fantastic Four to me is one of the top tiers of what I understand from people.
They are.
But I don't have strong feelings about it. So they have legwork to do for me. But the cast is going to help a lot.
So I'm glad that it's a period piece.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they've got really good actors in the seat.
Yeah.
The Thing is one of my favorite comic book characters ever.
Didn't Stan Lee say that too?
Oh, yeah.
I thought so, yeah.
A lot of misfits really like The Thing. And I just think it looks great. I love that it's the conquest of Galactus. Like Galactus comes to eat the planet.
I'm just glad he's not a giant gas this time.
A cloud, yeah. That was
He was a cloud
at one point.
in a movie?
In the Rise of the Silver Surfer movie, the sequel to the 2005 one, Galactus was just a big, like, world-consuming cloud.
Yeah.
Super scary.
Yeah.
Also, Ghosts of Yotai had a cinematic and gameplay trailer drop just recently. For those that are curious why Jin Sakai is not in it. It's set in 1603, 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima, and it's supposed to follow a period where tribal warfare is very rampant in the universe itself. So the main character is Atsu, a female samurai bent on avenging her family. So all you conservative pundits out there, have fun with a female protagonist again in a game.
Well, they're just going to say the same thing. Like, she's not hot enough.
Yeah,
Or
right.
she's a woman.
She's a woman. She can't fight men.
Realistically, she could not lift that boulder. Realistically, though, their physiology is just different.
in the culture, she would actually be working in a home somewhere.
Yeah, right. She would be having babies all the time, getting her feet taped up.
That is, don't pass on
I
that.
think it's actually China.
That's China.
That's China.
But
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
on that whole thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be doing that.
Your feet, though, look great, Dylan.
They're very petite now.
Yeah.
That top hole in your sock is peak. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, you did see that?
I did see that. I was looking down. And I
I
was
didn't
like, hey,
have
a top
another.
hole.
I didn't have another clean one.
Okay, that's fine. No judgment from me.
I'm actually going to buy more socks after this.
I-
I feel so called out.
Yeah.
I need to play Ghost of Tsushima.
My God, man. You make me upset every time you say that.
That's insane.
I'll tell you what I've been playing when we get there, but it took me like 3 or 4 weeks to play a 30-hour game with my current work schedule and new home. So
Yeah, no.
and, the chance of me playing anything other than Clair Obscure for a while is going to be very slim, I imagine.
Honestly, it's pretty brisk if you're good at it. We'll talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, I was gonna say, hold up, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, so her backstory is her whole family gets murdered and by this tribe, and she's left alive. So naturally, that's gonna work out well for that warring tribe. That just it's same old story. Like
I'm anxious
Boy
to
meets
see.
girl's family dies.
I'm
She kills
anxious-
she comes
everyone.
back and
I'm anxious to see how they actually play with that because revenge stories are kind of very commonplace. Like Jin's revenge story is a little bit different. I'm interested to see like the intricacies of like character interactions and how it's all going to play out because I thought I was going to get bored of the story of Ghost of Tsushima after a while. Never fucking happened. I was in all the way. I was busy writing fucking haikus in a bath.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. You can wield dual katanas in this, and you also have a wolf companion, which is pretty sick.
A wolf, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
so-
going to be really cool.
Yeah, I think they were trying. When I was reading about it, it was like either a wolf or a dog, so I went with wolf. So
Yeah.
That's fine.
But yeah, it looks like same style of gameplay, same gorgeous graphics, same gorgeous foliage that you're going to be riding through. This
Music.
game is going to be coming out October 2nd.
That's pretty close, and I'm happy to have it.
Yep, it's pretty bold because I think the rumor is that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out in October.
That
So,
can't be
I'm
right.
still on the record saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 is not coming out this year.
I
and
agree
it's-
with you.
It
I
won't
don't
be
think
available
it's-
till
yeah,
closer
no.
to next summer.
I think it's literally gonna be what they did with Grand Theft Auto 5, and they're gonna release it in like May of next year because that seems to be when kids are getting out of school. Everyone's gonna be playing it at the same time.
I'm predicting December.
December.
They're going to miss the release date they were aiming for by a couple months to get the last few things done. That's my
But
prediction.
do you think they've actually finished up the polish and detail that they're known for?
It hasn't been working on this game for 10 years.
Well,
What
they're gonna do the same thing they did with 5, where you're gonna get the really big fucking trailer where it's like, look at how all the changes
Yeah.
we made work. Like this is the new shit that we added because that was the coolest thing about 5.
Literally, you see a homeless person poop, and it shows their butt pucker. That's
Yeah.
what I heard.
We got butt pucker physics.
as long as they're shrinking horse testicles, I'm all in. I'm all in.
I think the other thing with that is the hype for this game is just way too hype right now.
I couldn't
This
care less.
barista
I
has
couldn't
an-
care less about Grand Theft Auto 6. It's going to come out when it does, and if
I'll
it's
play it.
then I'll play it, but God bless Oblivion Remaster. Trailer released the same day.
Yeah, it's been well over a year since we got the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer.
And we still saw zero gameplay at this
There was
point,
no
too.
gameplay.
And
Yeah.
I honestly just don't care. Until it's out, I won't be invested. So
We've reached. I think as a group, we've reached the point where we see, unless it's The Witcher 4 for Tyler. I think
I've only watched the trailer like 97 times.
unless
Oh,
we
they
see,
made Siri look so ugly. What the hell?
unless I see some actual like menus and combat, I don't care because you're trying to get me hyped, but I'm an adult man with other concerns. Show me how I will have fun in this game. Don't tell me I'll have fun. Show me how I might have fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you can reel me in.
even the protagonists of 5, I really enjoyed it at the time. I think going back and being
Trevor's
around them, I would enjoy it a lot less. I think they were still a little high off the 360 gamer cringe lord supply.
Yeah.
And that to me, they need to push it into a new cinematic, like cool level, like Tarantino, Goodfellas, like make the characters someone I care about.
Yeah.
Instead of caricatures and parodies of things. That's what I
But
would
that's
want.
what satire is,
But
though.
that's what Grand Theft Auto has always been.
That's what it is.
The problem is, like, satire has trouble when we already live in the fucking bleak
Yeah.
dystopian future we live in. So
Yeah.
satire is almost useless. Like South Park has said, it's like it's hard for us to make episodes because everything feels like a South Park episode
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah, I think that's what was hard about the Saints Row developers with the recent reboot.
Oh, yeah.
That just kind of like crashed and burned. They were trying to make satire of like, our millennial generation and Gen Z and stuff, and it just turned out to be much worse than what they anticipated.
Did you play it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm
It
sorry.
was, the gameplay was fun. The story was like so forgettable, and I just remember like thinking about it recently, and I was like, why did I play it all the way through? Because I had nostalgia for obviously the original series, so it's like
4 is still my favorite.
yeah, 3 for me. Saints Row the Third is still peak for me. So 4 was really good too. Anyway, major releases coming out that came out this month. We're in the month of April right now. South of Midnight.
I have not played it yet. It is waiting on my Xbox.
It is so good.
It's really good.
It's really good. I enjoyed the Southern kind of like a Cajun mythology story because I think they poured a lot of like that Cajun mythology, like with the catfish and all the other like kind of like ghost stories that people would tell kids that are now brought to life in the game world, which is really cool.
It's one of the only cool American like mythoses that we have.
Yeah.
You're either going Native American or like Cajun. Otherwise, like as far as tapping into spirituality and like old school Americana, it's just lacking.
Well, Southern
so
like
that's why I'm so
folktales,
drawn to like Cajun New Orleans, like that whole like voodoo scene.
Yeah,
I've seen your bead closet. I know how many times
Dick
you've
yards don't lie.
I totally agree
Mama
with you,
said.
because that is the only reason that I played Mafia 3 for as long as I did. With as repetitive as that game gets, like post-Vietnam, Louisiana, New Orleans vibe was spot on.
Send Kratos there.
right? Yeah. Have them purge the KKK people.
What is jambalaya?
That's good.
Also, South of Midnight is on Game Pass for those that are curious.
I don't know what this game is. What kind of game
Blueprints.
is it?
I've heard a couple people talk about it in the Discord.
It seems to me to be a third-person, vague, like action RPG.
Okay.
Isn't that right? You played it, right?
I did not know.
Oh,
Not
I thought you
Blueprints.
said you played it.
No.
A large number of people in our Discord have, and they've all been speaking very highly of it.
That's interesting.
And I think that had Clair Obscure not come out, Blueprints would be the hot shit on the Discord.
And then it's just Brian.
It's got eclipsed hard though. By,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. God. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Anyway.
Blueprints. I'm curious about. Sounds cool, and I think it must be a little breezy for people to be finishing it.
Yeah.
Well, very
It's called
cool.
After Midnight.
Indiana Jones came out for the PS5 now, so PS5 fans rejoice in one of the best games of 2024 to have come out. This was my game of the year last year. Obviously, I had nostalgia tinted glasses when I was playing it, but I thought it was a great adventure game and great story, great characters.
Oh, if Indiana Jones farted, you'd be like, "This might be game of the year."
Yes,
material?
absolutely. Well,
Unless there was a Resident Evil fart.
yeah, I would say if anytime Leon Kennedy is in a game.
What I'm just saying is, you are so hardcore on Indiana Jones and Resident Evil.
Yep.
We both are wearing Resident Evil shirts on accident today.
I gotta show you a picture. I got a Leon Kennedy body pillow at the Midwest Gaming Classic.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
hot.
I'll show you guys later because
we
I
can put it next to my Mass Effect body pillow.
yeah, I did think of that when I bought it.
Yeah.
So, but I paid.
I want to get
money for it.
I want to get a Rex Squishmallow.
Ooh,
That's cute.
And you
That's
squeeze
cute.
it, and he goes, "Bradley."
that'd just be weird. Oblivion, obviously, as we know, came out recently, and also Clair Obscure Expedition 33 just
What
came
is
out.
that game? I've
I
never heard.
I heard it's some kind of role playing game. Which don't we have enough role playing games out now?
It's supposed to be
It's just numbers.
It's supposed to
just
be like
numbers.
the French version of Nier.
What? Get out of here. Nier sucked.
It's pronounced manga.
Is it?
Are we going to talk about this game now, or we save it?
Wait. I'm ready to.
I gotta talk about this.
Hold the line.
Hold. Okay.
Wait till we can see the whites of their eyes.
Hi, Mark boys.
We gotta talk about At the Movies. Okay.
At the movies.
Click. The Minecraft movie, which I think surpassed a lot of
my
people's expectations
and die.
in terms of the audience because
Jack Black.
I think this got dragged through the mud in Rotten Tomatoes, but the audience scores are like through the roof because obviously this movie was made for the audience.
If I was in the theater watching this, though, and I'm a pretty passive man, I am a gentle soul,
Oh boy.
I would be throwing hands with children.
Yes, you would be, especially.
I understand. I did dumb shit as a kid, too.
Yeah.
But, like, honest to God, you're destroring the theater. Well, you're not.
Okay, well, we're talking about Chicken Jockey now.
Yes. So okay, we're just gonna move right into that.
that's when they do it.
So when they released when people were filming it, and then all of a sudden Chicken Jockey pops up in the ring. Basically, people were losing their collective minds, throwing popcorn.
Is there a joke I'm unaware of?
Now, yes, I looked this up.
Yes.
Chicken Jockey, it's an incredibly rare event where there'll be a miniature version of a monster riding a chicken, and it's called a Chicken Jockey. They never happen in Minecraft, so it's really exciting when they do. So it pops up in the movie, and I guess Steve, Jack Black's character, yells Chicken Jockey.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when people throw their popcorns and sodas, and people brought
Throw
in
shit
like
at
a
the
live
screen.
chicken into the theater. Like, people are misbehaving.
It's
Police were called a few times.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
As someone
Honestly.
who used to manage a movie theater,
Mm-hmm.
I would not like this movie being in there. But also, movie theaters don't want to be the fun police too hard because they're making a shitload of money on this.
And they need to make money
but there's sometimes a 20-minute turnaround, and if 3 teenagers have to sweep that entire theater, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're not paid enough to do that.
No, you're not.
Either.
Not to deal with that every day.
And I'm not a Minecraft person. I understand, though, if I had played a lot of Minecraft, I'd have such nostalgia. And the graphics are like, the CG in this movie does look cool. When I see those like squarish animals,
they're kind of like fuzzy. Yeah.
I get it.
I think it's cool.
It's got a little charm to it, but it's not for me. But like my nephew, who famously last year said, I don't even like Minecraft anymore. He was super pumped for this movie.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, the graphics do look great. I have been dreaming about Lava Chicken. That shit looks delicious.
Yeah.
So the Minecraft movie, after 3 weeks of being out, has made $1 billion.
Fuck.
It's Hollywood's highest grossing film of the year thus far, and I think it probably will stay that way for the rest of the year. So
yeah.
Until that Until Dawn movie comes out.
It's out.
It's out.
Never mind.
My buddy watched it, and he's never played the game. He's like, I don't know, it was fine. I hear it's got it can be slightly different in different theaters. I don't know if that's true. Like the Clue movie.
Oh, so there's different versions of the decisions in the movie?
I don't know if this is true, but maybe it's something like a myth that I read online. But.
Oh, okay. I mean, that would be kind of interesting.
Did we just create a conspiracy theory?
I hope so.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Well,
what movie was that? That was one of the horror movies that came out, Final Destination or something like that, years ago, where it was a choose your own.
Oh, yeah, that was Final Destination 3 with the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then bought the DVD, you could pick heads or tails.
Yeah.
To decide which way to go.
And Black Mirror Bandersnatch.
Okay.
Yeah. Which that was a little more substantial, but yeah, Minecraft movie made a lot of money.
Yes.
And
yes.
To me, I think it's fine. I'm glad theaters are making money. I'm glad kids are getting their nostalgia. It's not for me, but I'm not going to yuck a yum.
I can't wait to see it.
This is going to just further push the narrative that video game movies make money. So we will get a Fortnite movie. We are going to be getting Call of Duty. Call of Duty movies are going to come.
I'm surprised they haven't showed up already.
Directed by James Cameron, Michael Bay.
Michael Bay starring Tom Cruise. When he's done with Mission Impossible, he'll just move on over.
Tom Cruise is going to be Captain Price, so we're going to hear the worst
McTavish.
British accent ever.
Yeah. Tormund Giants.
Going Jock.
Yeah. And then Bella Ramsey will play Roach.
Sure.
The horse.
The horse.
Oh, poor Bella Ramsey.
I think she's cute.
How the fuck did you get on this roof of this house? You're a horse.
She's great.
No, that's her in the Witcher 3 movie.
Just,
Another movie that's rumored to be coming out, or actually, I think it's pretty much confirmed, right? Death Stranding movie.
It's going to happen, a Death Stranding movie.
So,
You know what's great is they're all actors in the game.
Well, I mean, yeah, just bring them on over.
At least it'll look right.
It's just the guy from Reacher playing Sam Porter Bridges. He's just hulking, and he's
Alan
like,
Richardson.
Good, you're a good baby.
John Krasinski as
Tap.
Well, they don't have a baby. They don't have an actor for BB yet. I think it's just going to be Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm thinking of auditioning.
Okay.
They won't shrink you down.
They're just going to shave. They're just going to
BB pod
shave
will
me.
just be 6 feet.
Well, compared to Alan Richardson, like you are probably a baby size.
They're going to
that
do
way.
something meta, and it'll be like Kojima as the baby or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Rumors have been circulating that a live-action adaptation will be written and directed by Michael Sinarski, the director of A Quiet Place Day One, Pig, and the upcoming Death of Robin Hood, which I'd never heard of.
Pig
That last one.
with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
I've heard it's very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
good.
Intriguing.
Nicolas Cage at his best, one would say.
Raising Arizona.
Yeah, I guess.
Mandy.
The Rock.
I don't really have anything to add.
I haven't seen it.
The Wicker Man.
Lobbies!
So we watched the original Wicker Man for the first time.
Is that Michael Caine?
No, that's Christopher Lee. It's phenomenal. It's so good. And then I was like, all right, now we can see what the remake is about. And within, I don't know if it was the trailer. I think it was the trailer. Within like the first 5 seconds, there's an epic car crash and an explosion. I'm like, this is not in the movie.
We're in uncharted water.
We're
now.
in uncharted waters immediately. Yeah.
A24 and Kojima Productions will be producing this movie. So
I like A24. I like Kojima. I love Death Stranding.
If Kojima loves film, and if he's
Yes.
going to be involved, a lot of faith.
He already basically makes half movies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Big fan.
yeah, I love it.
Can't wait for Death Stranding 2.
Tons and tons of exposition. Like I'm replaying Death Stranding and just oh my god, so much lore building like within that first like 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Like I forgot like how much of just like I mean he's really good at lore building and having really good unique characters, but man, that first couple hours was
I think I clocked it when I played it last a few months ago, and in the first 3 hours, there's like 37 minutes of gameplay.
I'm sure. I believe it. I'm sure a speed run is 10 minutes.
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's not using glitches. Before we go into Console Critters, though, I do have another beer for us to enjoy from Texas. This is from Martin House Brewing Company. We're very familiar. Thank you so much, Ryan, for always.
Is that a hammer and sickle?
This is.
Oh no, that's a bird.
This is Super Stellar. It's a red and black currant sour, 6%, and as usual, the can is stunning. It's got an astronaut that is being taken over by vegetation.
Oh dear,
that can't grow in outer space.
Cheers, Ryan and boys. Well, it can if the astronaut has crashed.
There.
Oh, you might be right on that one. I thought they were stars at first. I see their foliage.
Ooh, I like that. That's like candy right there.
Yeah, that is. Wow, that is really good.
I really like blackcurrant, so this is rich.
Yep.
I like it. I could down like 4 cans of those.
You got your boy Spartacus here. What's up? How we doing?
Hello, Spartacus.
Welcome to Console Critters. And we only have a little bit of PlayStation news for you today.
It feels lame to not be Nintendo right now.
It does a little bit.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus, you're looking at some new games. EA Sports PGA Tour. Already going to download this. I know I'm going to play it. I like golf games. I like any sports game. But PGA games are pretty fun. Blueprints is on. Don't know what that is.
I don't know what this really is either, but I like that is also a play on words for blueprints.
Well, my roommate is playing it right now.
Blueprints, not blueprints.
Yeah, it's like
blueprints.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My roommate is playing it right now, and he said that I would really enjoy it. So I have it downloaded, and he told me it's like a puzzle game.
Yeah.
But I had never heard of it. He also turned me on to that arcade game last month, the one where you're like running a laundromat. So he's batting 1,000 in the last 2 months, so I trust him.
There you go.
I just downloaded that VR version.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Is it good?
The arcade game?
The one where you manage a laundromat?
Yeah, I like to play in the GTA Pac-Man arcade game.
Yeah, that should be its own game.
Yeah.
That really should be its own game.
I just want that.
Yeah.
Play this.
It's really fun. Don't look up anything because
There's secrets.
A little bit. Spoiler alert: you have to clean some toilets.
Yep.
It's one of your responsibilities.
You got to peel gum off of seats.
Been there, man.
I do that at home.
But the gameplay loop on that one is really
You got to
fun.
quit putting it on the seats, though, Dylan.
I mean,
That's
it's
you
just
that keeps
really
doing
hard
it?
to hit the hole. Especially when you're like dangling 5 feet from the ceiling, as we know is the way you do it.
The ideal way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do in your bathrooms, Dylan.
Jumping jacks. Hoping to poop.
Yeah, so Blueprints is supposed to be really fun. We have Plate Up, Battlefield 1, which is surprising that Battlefield 1's on there because that game is hella old, but
Could be.
But they keep selling
It's
it for
about
like
9 years old.
$5. Like
I played the fuck out of it when it came out,
Same.
and then I didn't play it for like 7 months because it's,
I remember all the memes at the time when that game came out and Infinite Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, Infinite Warfare came out that same year.
yeah,
And just how
The one with Kit Harington.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the what was it? The Pirates of the Caribbean scene with the guy walking down the ship and his ship is being blasted.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Battlefield 1 is incredible. They did put some bullshit paywall in after I bought the game for $60, played it for a long time, let it sit for like 7 months, came back. I couldn't collect my XP unless I bought the Battle Pass.
no.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Battle Pass should be like cosmetics. They put maps behind the Battle Pass. It was a big cash grab.
They do that still, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I was not very happy with EA for that because the gameplay.
Boo
this
that
is
man.
One of the best online shooters I've ever played in my life.
I was
I think that's
busy.
the one that I played.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
busy with Titanfall 2, which did not have all that bullshit.
Very good game.
Yes.
The online was just... I probably spent close to 300 hours in that game.
R.I.P. to Titanfall 2 in the chat.
Lost Records Bloom and Rage Tape 2 Rage.
Oh my God.
Don't know what that is.
Whenever I'm like looking up what games are on PlayStation Plus, I'm very excited for you to have to read them and figure out what they are, Tyler.
I think that game is made by the developers of Life is Strange.
Okay.
Deck 9, I think. So it's kind of one of those like...
Is that a rapper?
Yeah.
Deck 9, yeah.
Okay.
He raps real fast.
I'm not wrong.
He sings
right?
that song,
100%.
My Life is So Strange.
He's got a really good song with the...
I'm looking over to
Heads.
Tyler for confirmation because he's the resident Tech 9 master.
I've listened to quite a bit of Tech 9.
He's the Tech 9 Titan, another one of your characters.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's a video game developer and a just okay rapper.
Okay.
Hogwarts Legacy. Remember when I was talking about fatigue? This is it again. No surprise here that this game has been out for 2.5 years at this point.
That
3 years,
right? One, really? 2 years?
I think when it came out, my brother was still living in.
It came out like the same time as Final Fantasy Rebirth, so it was last year.
Yeah, that was last year in January or February.
Yeah.
Because it was the top selling game last year, I thought. No.
Because they asked
it's
if I
2 years.
also, they asked if I was also, I went to a GameStop like an idiot because I pre-ordered like a little deluxe thing. Brad has the hat now.
Hogwarts Legacy released 2023, 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
We're getting old, fellas.
Yeah.
because I bought it day one and beat it really quickly. Oh well, I still sunk like 50 hours into it. It is a
What?
And Baldur's Gate 3, August 3rd, 2023.
I
So
was
a year
right.
and a half ago.
I was right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hogwarts Legacy is a really fun game, especially for people that like Harry Potter. Until you get the broom, it is kind of a slog. The combat is very fun, but not very dense. It runs dry pretty quickly. There's not a lot of challenging combat in this game. The story, however, is very good for a Harry Potter story.
So, zippity swoosh. Bye.
The combat is really what saved the game. But
Swiggity swooty.
once you master I just cursed everything, and then you can really break the mechanics of the combat. I hope they fix that.
Snapping out of liking Harry Potter so much was like waking up from a weird dream. I'm like, I was really into that.
Yeah, I think that game convinced a lot of people
I never did.
that it was okay.
No, the movies.
That it was okay to enjoy that game.
I mean, the movies were special in that you were able to grow up with the characters and see them evolve. And I did like a lot of the filmmaking. I thought David Yates did great with Order of the Phoenix. And Alfonso Cuarón's Prisoner of Azkaban. He's a great director. Big fan of his. So there are some good things about the movies. And I think the actors were all great in that. But it's just so sour. J.K. Rowling, I just despise every time her name is in the news.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to play Hogwarts Legacy for free, now's your chance. Definitely worth your time. If you are a fan, you might find something about this game to really love.
I'm actually not allowed to. My wife, I was said, well, we could just download this. I'm getting it basically for free. And she's like, I will not. She has a Harry Potter tattoo.
Oh, hard
Oh,
stance.
no.
And she says, I'm done.
Yeah. A very good friend of mine recently came out as trans, said that they were trans. And I've been just like very offended when people are making sideways comments or anything about that these days. Yeah. I'm at work on a construction site, so you can imagine all of the jokes going on all the time.
Right.
And I just have like a short fuse for intolerant people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. If you have Spartacus plus Premium Super Edition,
Ooh, yes.
I do.
you get
have that.
War
Day one edition.
Day one of edition. You get
have
War of the Monsters and Alone in the Dark 2. Alone in the Dark 2 is a game I was just thinking about the other day.
Were you alone in the dark?
Actually, no, I had Frank with me.
So it was two of you.
It was two of us.
That's
Yeah.
why there's a 2 in the title. Whoa.
This has got David Harbour, I think, starring in it this time.
I think it's just called Alone in the Dark now, isn't it?
It's the sequel technically, but I think it's a prequel to the game that came out on like the 360.
Wait, this is
That
not
can't
the
be right.
old Alone in the
this
Dark
is the
2.
new
This is
one
the
they made.
reboot.
This is the reboot.
Yeah, because
Or Alone in the
They're
Dark 2.
they're rebooting it, but it's a totally
it's a
different
reboot
game.
of the first one.
Yes, but it's a different story.
I hate this.
What?
Pass.
I'm gonna play
This
it.
isn't the David Harbour edition. Is this the one
I
with him in
believe
it?
so.
Okay,
Although
all right.
every game should have so-and-so, the David Harbour edition.
Yeah.
The David Harbour one is
Hogwarts
the reboot.
Legacy, the David
It's the
Harbour
reboot,
edition.
yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
I'm not confused. Alone in the Dark 2 is
Why
a
does it
different
say
thing.
Alone in the Dark 2?
It's got to be a previous one from a previous
That's
gen.
what I'm thinking. If it's like a classic version of, because I know on PlayStation Plus Spartacus Premium,
Deluxe.
Deluxe, Dookie Edition.
Dookie
Alone in the
Edition,
Dark New Nightmare came out like a couple months ago. I know.
Okay.
That was like a PlayStation 1. I don't know.
I've never played an Alone in the Dark game.
So, in the last little bit of news for PlayStation, price hikes. Tariffs are fucking up the world economy, as we know, amidst all this fuckery going on.
Shocking.
Sony Interactive Entertainment raised the recommended retail price of the PlayStation 5 in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, Australia, and New Zealand.
Other countries are getting punished to make up for America.
Yep.
It's insanity.
It's like a
They're
$50.
afraid of their large consumer base here.
Yeah.
Which is
really
just
wild.
fucking wild, yeah.
It's about $50 across the board, depending on where you go. The Last of Us Season 2 is back on HBO. We are not going to spoil anything. I have not caught up all the way.
It kind of spoils itself. It follows the events of the game.
If you have a news in any capacity, you have been spoiled. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
People want to spoil this. News wants to spoil it. And
Right.
the first
Honestly,
episodes are very good.
Reddit has been very good about this. I haven't seen shit.
Okay.
As somebody who loves the games and talks about them literally all the time,
Wait,
What do you think about the choice of Abby?
I'm okay.
A 5'2", 100-pound soaking wet.
I think that...
I mean, obviously she can't be jacked like the Abby in the game.
I
But
thought the character was great, well performed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a good actress.
If anything, I think it's probably doing a lot more to seeing that actress makes me sympathize with that character, which I know was controversial in the game.
Having Abby not be jacked in the show is an okay thing because she has to go up against Bella Ramsey, and that would have just been uncanny valley, unbelievable because of the size difference there.
Right.
Whereas in the
Makes sense,
game, it's a little closer. I do enjoy the show quite a bit. My main issue with the show in season 2, without spoiling anything for people who are listening, is I love the games, and the performances of the voice actors in the game are really what carries it. And I think for both games, the best thing about both those games is Ellie. I'm blanking on the voice actress's name, so that's rude.
But her name is Ashley
Yes,
Johnson.
Yeah.
who has
call.
a cameo in the second season here. She's fantastic, kills it with the time jump that happens between the games and in the seasons. Bella Ramsey, for me, is just really not believable as this iteration of Ellie, especially knowing where the second game is going. I just don't see the edge.
Interesting, because I was completely hooked and on board with her character in the first 2 episodes.
I was the complete opposite.
I guess if you've played the games, you have a different feeling, because to me, she's got a fierceness and vulnerability and youthfulness at the same time. I don't know. I really enjoyed her performance.
I do enjoy her performance, and I'm not knocking her. I'm saying that it's just the suspension of disbelief for the time jump and the way that the episode starts with her like training. You think it's a fight at first, and she's just training. There's something not clicking for me. And her performance is great. In the first episode of season 2, when we're at the dance and all that shit, fantastic. It's all the harsher moments, and I think the show is a little heavy-handed in trying to make this time jump work with the amount of times that we are reminded that this is a new Ellie now, with her being stronger and being able to choke out that big dude.
Okay, I see where you're coming
That
from.
was like, there's a different way to make her powerful, and submitting a dude that's that big just doesn't make any sense. It's not reasonable. You're suspending the disbelief too far. When I believe Sam is his name, the Asian dude, the new character. Yep. Sam is giving orders to the group, and we have to be reminded, aren't you only like 4 years older than us? They're constantly trying to make her seem older or more mature without... It just seems a little heavy-handed to me. I do enjoy her performance, and I really am interested to see where Abby goes, because I love the casting for Abby and what I've seen so far.
And the character of Dina, again, I haven't played the games.
Really good casting.
The actress is wonderful, and seeing Catherine O'Hara in anything, I'm so excited for her to be playing like a therapist who just is drinking at therapy. I'm like, yes, I can do no wrong, Mom from Home Alone 2.
The only other thing that I have not watched the big episode, but obviously I'm aware of what happens in the games. I am not happy with a choice that was made in the episode about who is present during a said scene versus who is present in the game.
We'll not go any more details.
No. And I understand why they kept the person out of the scene. I don't really know where I get why they made the decision because it's going to make the storytelling easier, but I think they
will it?
It will, but I think they cheapened a relationship.
Yeah.
Or technically two at this point.
A
little bit for just expediting the process of the season. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out because I feel like the story stretching over 2 seasons would be a little drawn out. PlayStation 5 also got a system software update. Audio Focus will increase immersion by providing different presets to amplify certain sounds to your preferences, boost low pitch voices, high pitch, and quiet sounds. I have the 3D surround sound headphones. This is going to be great for me. My headphones already sound amazing, and this is only going to make them better. Classic console designs for the PlayStation 5 are also coming back, so we have spoken, and the gods at Sony have heard.
Fuck yeah.
And all of your favorites will be, from earlier this year, will be available.
The PS1, PS2 startup sounds.
Yes.
Please.
I enjoyed that when they released that temporarily. I did learn a hack just recently because I bought the Elite headset, not the Bluetooth dongle-less Elite Pro headset or whatever. Because I was like, I can use this and, listen to wireless music or like when I'm playing my Portal. Of course, come to find out it doesn't directly connect to the Portal like the Elite Plus does. So I found a hack where like if you plug in the dongle to your PS5 and then actually just be within, it's got a pretty good range. Like my PS5 is downstairs and I'm upstairs playing it and the sound syncs up perfectly. So that's a neat little hack.
That is cool.
Yeah. I kind of did some like Google searching, like, is there any way to connect this? Because obviously the dongle itself is just a straight USB port, and obviously the PS5 doesn't have one of those. So, neat little hack.
It's your boy Chad Xbox here. Here to talk to you about how everything you own is now an Xbox. You're welcome. Yeah, that's right. You own 100 Xboxes in your underwear drawer.
If you're listening to this podcast, you are an Xbox too.
Yes,
I drove here in an Xbox.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't even know.
I am drinking an Xbox.
You ordered 2 Xboxes at Chipotle the other day.
I did, yeah.
And they looked at you like, what are you fucking talking about, sir?
And I was like,
sir, this is a Wendy. Sir, this is a Qdoba.
I'll have some Xbox. Not as much as the Xbox though.
Does it cost extra?
But can I get extra Xbox on the side?
I said no Xbox on this.
But make sure you wrap it up in an Xbox.
Added this month, added in April for Game Pass, we got Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition, Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls Ultimate Evil Edition / David Harbour Edition.
Yep.
We have South of Midnight, Commando Origins Blueprints, GTA 5, NHL 25, SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star game.
Which I heard is actually really good.
I hear this is okay.
Yeah.
Crime Scene Cleaner. I know that someone on the Discord was talking about this. Yeah. So what's up with Crime Scene Cleaner?
Dude, it is. It's got a very deep story, actually. Like, you're just a janitor that's just like, your daughter's got like this horrible disease and you got to pay for your treatment and you're a single father and like all this costs money because, the American healthcare system. So, you need to make a little bit of money. So you all of a sudden start working for this mob boss who needs to help you clean up some crime scenes. And the first crime scene is like something straight out of the movie Seven. You walk in and the guy's like, I just killed a guy. You need to clean up my apartment. And then you go and he's killed like 4 other people.
Wait, so you're cleaning up the crime scene for the criminals?
Yeah, for the criminals.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's a fun twist.
It's not you're finding someone fused to their couch after 3 weeks.
No. Like, it's literally like this guy's like, I fucked up, man. Like, you need to clean that up before the cops get there. So you get there and you got your like mop, you got your bucket, you got your sponges, you got
And then do you get graded if you miss stuff?
Yes, you do. Obviously, you can't complete the mission until you dump the bodies.
Semen was found on the pillowcase.
Yeah.
Fail.
So, no, you get graded for everything, like how well you clean up. And obviously, some of these murder scenes are just so wild because it's like there's blood on the walls, there's blood on the ceiling, and you got to like get every little bit. And
is there Sabrina Carpenter skin?
I'm not going to spoil it for you.
It's just Chapel Run this time.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Yeah. So, you do have to pull someone out of a tanning bed.
I can't wait to play.
Like, literally, you have to pull someone out of a tanning bed, and it's like you open it, and it's like,
Those would be great sound effects to get to work on. The sound of burnt skin peeling off of a tanning bed.
It's
literally,
perfect,
yeah, literally, you have to scrub so much to get that out. Anyway, great game. Super therapeutic. You know, you put on some lo-fi beats in the background and you just clean up blood. And, you know.
Yeah.
Do you think you could do it in real life?
I think I could.
All right, I've got a lot of bodies sitting in a lot of places.
Stoy works in a hospital.
Yeah, I work at a hospital. I'm not squeamish to blood.
Oh, there we go.
So,
now I know who to call.
We got Tempopo.
I don't.
Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered.
Never heard of it.
Towerborn. It's a game preview, which is cool.
Okay.
Far Cry 4 and some weird game, Clair Obscure Expedition 33. I missed the first 32. So
What the hell? What kind of name is that?
It's a weird name.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. It sounds foreign.
What does Claire even mean? Is there a Claire? Is your main character Claire?
Why wouldn't they just call it Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Something.
Expedition 33, Final Fantasy.
Call it Final Fantasy: The Persona Chronicles, and I'm interested.
Yeah.
Wow, that's all I need.
Coming soon to Game Pass: Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2, Dredge, Revenge of the Savage Planet, Spray Paint Simulator.
What?
Which Spray Paint
Wasn't
Simulator?
that infamous Sons of... You know that infamous game that first came out for the PS4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had to hold the PS4 controller sideways.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
then there's like that whole like extra thing at the beginning. Graffiti is not a joke.
Yeah.
People go to
Don't
prison. You wouldn't download
You wouldn't
a car.
download a car.
They warn you
I
that
would download a
graffiti's
car.
not a joke in a game where you kill people.
To a T, and then Doom: The Dark Ages. Those are all arriving in May.
Doom
I
the
just
Dark
put-
Ages is going to be on Game Pass. That's cool.
I just pre-ordered the
And that's
Xbox
within-
controller for Doom. Oh my god, it looks so
It looks fucking cool.
It looks so cool.
But yeah, this is all within, it's this month. It's May.
Yeah.
So
oh fuck! It's almost my birthday.
Same,
Fuck.
brother.
that's a subtle hint. Everyone gets your birthday present sent to Dylan. I can get you the address.
Okay.
And then in June, we're going to get the Alters. And in July, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. And
Bam Margera edition.
in Xbox news, we are not the Nintendo Switch. That's mostly what I have. The Xbox mobile app will now allow you to buy games and DLC, redeem perks on the app. Congratulations, everyone. I know you're excited.
Way to catch up.
Yeah, I'll say.
Xbox Remote Play expands backward stability support. Well, while access to Xbox Remote Play will no longer be available directly from the Xbox app on mobile, players will still be able to play from their mobile devices' browsers. In addition to streaming from the web, players will soon be able to access Xbox Remote Play on more devices, including supported Samsung Smart TVs, Amazon Fire TV devices, and Meta Quest headsets. And there is a new way to delete data on the Xbox. If you are someone with an external hard drive, this is actually cool. Someone that is juggling games to get rid of. There's now a way for it shows games you no longer have access to. So games you downloaded on Game Pass that have been removed that are just sitting there taking up space. It'll say these
Recommended.
games recommended.
I
yeah,
actually
that's
had to
actually-
do that for Oblivion.
Yeah.
So this is great.
Just did that for Oblivion.
Yeah, I'm
Doesn't
super
PlayStation-
pumped on this because I
doesn't
download
PlayStation
everything.
No.
So that's great.
That's nice, though, because previously when I was deleting games, I just destroyed my Xbox with a hammer and got a new one. I don't have a hard drive, so it's rough out here.
Yeah.
And a new Xbox Cloud gaming handheld has been a smashing success on Kickstarter. The Absolute One Pro is being described as your all-in-one everyday handheld. Works with cloud gaming, Xbox Remote Play, emulators, some native Android and iOS games, 1080p 60Hz screen, digital capacitive joysticks, a custom launcher, 8 hours of battery life, and much more for the price of only $209.
Not bad.
The market is so saturated with these emulation and handheld devices. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up.
I bought 5 Switch 2s. I'm a crazy person.
Clearly.
Dylan, did anything happen with Nintendo last month?
Oh, I'm really trying to remember. Fuck. Yeah. They did add some stuff to the Virtual Console.
Hell yeah, let's
That's
go.
new. That's
Let's
new.
go.
Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones for the Game Boy Advance. Great video game. You play Fire Emblems?
No, I tried.
I
It's not for me.
Oh, that's okay.
It's not for me.
I love this one especially. It's
Okay.
the sequel to. I think this one actually does have Roy in it. I think it's a remake.
Okay. I at least know who Roy is.
There you go.
Yeah.
For the Sega Genesis versions, we've got eSWAT, City Under Siege. It's a side scroller. Streets of Rage, it's a beat 'em up.
Hell
also
yeah.
kind of a side scroller.
Yeah.
And Super Thunderblade, it's a shooter. I've played that one before. It's actually pretty good.
It's a good compliment to Sega Genesis games for sure.
Honestly. And I guess they did a Switch Direct, but you guys don't want to talk about that, do you?
And now this is just, I heard this is a rumor.
I don't know.
Did Nintendo announce a new system?
Yeah, I just don't think it's real. It kind of, when they showed it, it kind of looks like the one I already have.
I know, yeah.
But they wouldn't just name it something stupid with like a number.
Yeah, I was expecting like Switch U.
Or Super Nintendo Switch?
Super Switch U.
Super Switch would have been a better choice, to be honest with you, because
Seriously.
they chose
Missed
Switch
opportunity.
2. They chose Switch 2. And yeah, the Direct was pretty damn long. What was it, like 45, 50 minutes? That's pretty big for what Nintendo does, especially when you've got those dumb announcers talking all the time. I hate it. The first thing they showed off was Mario Kart World, because they know where their bread is getting buttered. They know exactly how popular Mario Kart 8 was. Did you know it was released in over 10 years ago?
Yeah. On the
I
Wii
had
U.
it.
Yeah.
I owned it.
That blows my mind that Mario Kart 8 has been the Mario Kart title for that long.
It boggles the mind, because I keep thinking about it as a new game, because they did release new content for it. And they kept supporting it way later in its era.
I fall off though. If a game is sitting around for 10 years and they're like, we got 4 new maps, I'm like, I'm not going to go play Mario Kart. I haven't played in over a year.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if I'm bored and I'll check them out. But to me, Mario Kart's best competitive when you're playing with friends.
I like single player.
Single player is good, but something about being with friends is different.
Yeah,
It's the only time I play it.
Yeah, there's something
Couch co-op with friends for sure.
When someone throws a blue shell or a lightning bolt and everyone can collectively say "fuck you" or "oh shit,"
Get fucked, Billy. I hate you.
you're so turned, Tony.
You're so. Guys, no, you don't do that to me. That's not turn.
I can't wait till we talk about one of the features of the Switch 2. Can't wait.
Okay, we'll get there.
Mario Kart World though, it looks super cool.
It does. It looks excellent. Semi-open world. You drive to your spots. I think it looks great. It looks kind of confusing. There's like grinding now. What?
Brother, you can race as a cow.
Honestly, that rocks, because
that's cool.
I'm down to climb
Yeah.
like a moo-moo.
I like that everyone collectively are like, this is great.
That'll be the most popular
cow was
fucking
like
character.
what sold me on it. All that other shit can go.
Also, I mean, the new Donkey Kong look. Brad has a few thoughts on that.
Not my Donkey Kong.
It's not
How
your
dare
Donkey-
you?
Hashtag not your Donkey Kong.
Hashtag not my Donkey Kong. I don't like it. Those maybe I could be
The
convinced
black
later. But
eyeliner.
Donkey Kong
Not
should be
not your thing.
Should be an angry ape.
Yeah.
I agree with you, and there's some getting used to with the new design, but I'm kind of letting it wash over me. Mm-hmm. If they really believe they made a mistake, they'll probably course correct. But for the meantime,
Yeah, there will be no course corrections.
no-
I don't know.
Yeah.
As long as Chris Pratt isn't voicing Mario in this, I'm okay. There's 24 racers per race. That's a lot. I wonder how confusing this is going to get.
I think it's bad.
I don't like that. I
That's
don't
going
like
to be
that
a lot
number.
of freaking like red shells being thrown at you. It's going to be pandemonium.
Someone is going to. If
Eight
you're
is
towards the
enough.
back, you're going to get steamrolled if you're in the middle.
Yeah, 100%.
That's just how it's going to work.
Yep.
8 is enough. 4 is even great.
Yeah.
Just more racers doesn't mean more better.
I don't see how it's going to work, but I'm anxious to see it in action when we get ours day one.
Yeah.
Bradley here actually got us.
We can
our
talk about that.
switches.
But-
That's fine.
No, we'll
all
talk about
it's all part of it.
the pre-order window.
Oh yeah, that's fine. The knockout tour, every lap is variant and unique. The course might be flooded with Goombas, flooded roads, or changes in directions on the course. I like this.
Yeah, this is like a party mode kind of.
I just watched
Make
a
it
video of was Happy Console Gamer, where he actually went to a Switch 2 event, and he actually said this was a lot more fun than I anticipated. The knockout tour,
Really?
like super fun.
It's
Yeah.
cool getting variables because
Yeah.
things are going fine. You're like, oh shit. All of a sudden there's like
Hammer
only
boys are throwing hammers at you. Yeah,
don't even know what all the different variables could be.
Yeah.
but great, fun.
Yeah, I think that's good because I get bored on some of the maps
It's
when
like
it's the same thing over and over. I can only play Mario Kart so much.
yeah.
it's Smash Brothers when it's super fun to get like, oh, this item spawned in and it changes the
Yep.
the course of the match. It's
Right.
fun.
There's There's something to this free roam that I really like as well. I think that's a really good evolution because when you do like practice modes in the other Mario Karts, it's just you on the track. It's not really exciting. Giving you a world where you can practice doing weird jumps on certain things, and like obviously there are some new actual racing mechanics like the weird grinding and like what else did I see? I think there's like mode changes for your vehicle.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, you can wall jump. I know that was a thing where you can actually like jump from wall to wall.
And I think that's cool. And you collect little medallions. They give you little quests. That seems fun. Make it a bit of a collectathon too.
Different costumes.
My trousers. Go find them, Mario.
Different costumes, which actually is kind of cool.
The costume
like you
is
go
cool.
to different like fast food joints like in the world, and then you can pick up costumes or something like that.
Yeah.
This is obviously going to be in the bundle that I will be receiving.
We are all getting this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, the digital.
And
I don't mind it being digital.
On the Discord, people have been saying, like, can't wait to get some Dogcast Mario Kart sessions together. This will happen.
Of course.
Yes.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's going to be pandemonium, boys.
Yeah.
We're not 16 people. I know we added one, but we're still not up to 16.
I did not add 13 to this number.
24.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All in all, I think this game looks, no matter how it works or if it's even middling, I will have a ton of fun with it. I have a new toy to play with, and what better way to fucking run it than test its limits on a racing game?
Yeah.
It's my favorite genre at the moment, so what are you going to do?
Are you going to play this in your little racing wheel setup?
I don't have that yet, but
Could you imagine the Mario Kart version of Gran Turismo VR?
well, the one oh man, that'd make me
nuts.
dizzy.
You'd actually have to like take the red shell and throw it forward.
You have to actually physically grab your
you,
items
like,
from behind you.
How you loft the banana?
Yeah.
Like
Just
throwing
me
a
throwing
football.
my cats.
The seizures you would have when you hit a banana peel and do like a 720 real fast.
Got to pull a bucket like.
You fall off a course and you're like about to face plant, and then the Lakitu picks you up and
Oh
drops
god,
you.
that'd be terrifying.
Oh my God! Someone make this, please.
So another thing they introduced is like a video chat, a video game chat.
Does Nintendo realize what they unleashed?
Did Nintendo realize that people have been doing this?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like, do they the video was hilarious because they're like, "Hey guys, we're gonna have so much fun! Like, it's gonna be great! Oh man, that was crazy!
Are
What a
you
great
playing?
race.
Are you playing Galaga?
Oh man,
Now I'm watching you play Galaga. It's like, what the fuck?
Wait, how do I fight this enemy, guys?
yeah, right.
What if it just turns into Omegle and it's just people showing their dicks?
It's gonna turn into a Modern Warfare 2 chat, brother.
Fingers
That's what's
crossed.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't realize what they did. Oh wait,
We got
jumping the gun.
another beer here. This is
I
another
did
one
it too.
from Texas, from Ryan. This is from Oak Highlands Brewery. It's vanilla porter with a medium body and creamy texture. OHB Vanilla Porter is a unique beer that is smooth but bold. Just a hint of sweetness. Roasted coffee and chocolate undertones. It's going to be great. I love.
I'm actually.
porters.
You know, I was I was going to keep going on the game chat.
Oh, please do,
That was good.
please do. I like
The
it.
entire time, I never felt
Coffee undertones,
more
good.
like you guys are truly just actors. The people who would actually own this and do this, they look like us. They didn't have enough gross people.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
It's like, and why would I want to see all your dumb faces? I see it.
Oh man, the Nintendo moderators are gonna have a field day with game chat. Oh my God.
Man, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't even know if they're going to have moderators. I think it's based on the codes.
they
and,
have
like
to.
connection. I don't think so.
I mean, it's probably gonna be AI. Who we're kidding, but
Yeah, this is not exciting.
you're gonna play Mario Kart with some like, just 14-year-old kid screaming, obscenities and racist comments at you.
Well, the game chat. I mean,
I don't think it's going to be random.
no, the game chat is going to be only with your friends. You're not going to be what?
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't-
that's better.
I don't need to see anyone talk bad about my mom or show me their wieners.
Right? Yeah.
I mean,
That's why I'll not be playing with Dylan.
I'll only be.
Can you imagine proximity chat with Mario Kart? Be like,
I mean, I was.
oh God.
I mean, you guys always wanted to see it.
Dude, Strip Mario Kart will be a real thing now.
Oh my god, yeah.
Every time you get a blue shell.
It's going to be us four.
I'll watch
get
that.
weird.
I'll watch that Pornhub video. Now the big thing too is that Mario Kart World is going to be $80, and some people think this is crazy. I don't think it's that fucking crazy.
I don't think it's that great.
Video games have been like undercutting themselves for a while now, and this is also going to be on a piece of physical media if you choose. That is hard to make. It takes a lot of effort. And I think that these games are going to be bangers. Just pay the money. You're getting your money's worth. Because when you think about what games were, like back in the day, like you would get Chrono Trigger for like $80, $90.
Right.
Considering inflation now at this point.
Donkey Kong Country 2 was $80 back in the day.
Yeah, so it'd almost be way more.
Well, and no one bats an eye when Call of Duty 19 comes out with a extra $20 version that just gets you like Battle Pass stuff and skins. No one bats an eye. Mario Kart World, which will have a generous amount of content, people are like
I'd say more than generous
about it.
Yeah.
How many tracks? 16?
But some of the people complaining about the price hike on this game. I mean, this is going to be the Mario Kart for the next probably 15 years.
Yeah.
And then
so
on
you
top
make one
of that,
$80 purchase. And
it's the same chuckle fucks who buy NBA 2K or Madden every year. And it's like,
you've been buying,
look where your money goes. Because like I am guilty of that occasionally. Like I buy a lot of sports games, but
like truly, is this where you draw your line? Because I don't feel like this is like some people, they're really up in arms about this. And
look at it from
they've already raised games to 70.
Are you going to play Mario Kart, this new Mario Kart, for more than 80 minutes? Most likely, or 80 hours, I should say.
80, I was going to say
80 hours. That's $1 an hour, and I mean that's how I kind of justify when I buy a game.
Also, if you get the bundle, it's only $50.
There you go.
And Mario Kart is eternal. Mario Kart,
it'll be here till we die.
I can play that with my wife on an airplane, and she'll never have played it, and it'll be fun.
Yeah,
I can nephew and nieces come over. We can just throw that on. Everyone's having a good time.
Right.
Everyone gets it. It's universal. I understand the trepidation of it being a new benchmark. Like this is an excuse for other games. Now, what will happen is there will be games that suck. That will be $80.
That's the biggest problem because then I think this shit will start speaking for itself.
Well, it's going to be Grand Theft Auto 6, I think, if anything.
It's probably
that's going to turn the tide because they're going to look at an $80 Mario Kart game and be like $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6.
They're going to guarantee there'll be Grand Theft Auto 6, the Battle Pass season.
It'll be Grand Theft Auto 6, and then it will be Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah,
and then there'll be the David Harbour edition.
Yes,
and that one will be $1,000.
You get a life-size cutout of David Harbour in your living room.
Yeah. What am I?
Dressed
Some sort
as
of Grand
Hellboy.
Theft Auto?
I'm with you on that. Honestly, it's about time video games catch up to, obviously the price hike, and obviously with development costs just rising and rising and rising, and everybody always concerned about studio closures, in the same vein as like, why are they closing all these really good studios? But then again, they complained when video game studios are trying to keep up with pricing and everything. It's just... You have to have your cake and eat it too.
You voted for tariffs, people.
Yes.
Yeah. The other thing that worries, it's a small worry, is if the price of games go up, I'm afraid developers are going to start jam-packing our games with more bullshit that the games don't need to justify the price tag. Something like Ubisoft or EA constantly does with like having those fucking mutt packs in their sports games, or Ubisoft just cramming way too much into their games open world-wise to justify the price tag on the game. I could see that becoming more of a thing, and I just hope that's not true.
Yeah.
I actually think that this is kind of a put up or shut up moment for the industry because a lot of games have become kind of these mediocre messes. When we talk about things like Ubisoft on this show, the one thing we constantly say is just like, yep, it's another one of those. Maybe this is their way of finally trying something new and maybe going for a bit more quality control. Maybe spending a little more time on these things, because if you make something really great and it takes like 7 years, people will be playing it. They'll still be playing it on Steam for ages and ages and ages.
And people will continually buy it at full price for you too.
Exactly, because then you don't have to lower. You don't have to lower your price. Then it's not buying it for $60 at launch, waiting 6 months and getting it for $20.
Yeah, that's why
on a spring sale.
That's why Nintendo's held the high ground for so long, because you still buy like Breath of the Wild and Twilight. I mean, that is jumping ahead to the enhanced games, but Breath of the Wild brand new is still $60. Like the game came out when the Switch released,
and it's, to me, still very justified.
Oh, 100%. I agree.
Breath of the Wild is $120 experience. I'm not trying to say that they should charge more, but like the amount of time and exploration. Well, if you wanted to start pricing on a curve of like
quality,
quality, experience, and time invested, Oh yeah,
But you can get very subjective.
That could be a $200 game.
Well, it's interesting too.
$1 a minute is, I think, reasonable compared to some games.
Do you know you have a hit on your hand? I feel like a lot of these. I think in terms of like artistry, I think people they think they're making something really great, and then they show people, and then people are just like, ugh. And so how do you
for the artist?
Oh, it's like a painting. Like you charge different things for different paintings. Like how much is this worth to you as the artist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people might respond or they might not. And you could either like doom yourself or you could sail like a gull in the wind.
Yeah, and the fact that I saw so many content creators making giant complaints about Nintendo being predatory, and to me, I'm like, a lot of this, like, tariffs are happening. Yeah. And the world economy is fucked right now and in upheavals, and no one wants to talk about that.
And keep in mind, video game companies need to make money.
Yeah, I think
they need to make money.
I think that is a big part of it,
This
too.
is a business.
Yeah.
Game share.
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting.
This is great.
Lets you temporarily share compatible games with up to 3 other systems, which is cool if you're doing something like Mario Kart. And I also think that they did this with the Nintendo DS with Mario Kart DS. That's when they first tried this out, and it worked swimmingly. I think you had to play as Rob, though.
Oh,
that's
maybe
fine.
That's fine. The Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, a guided tour of the new console where you're a little man walking on the system.
This should be free. There's no reason anybody's going to buy this for $10.
I might buy it.
I mean, I will buy it too because
you want to know.
I'm that guy.
Yes,
but
I know.
There's no reason this should be money.
I'm a fucking shill. So,
Have my money, Nintendo.
It should be a pack in. There should at least be a game
because the PS5 had a pack in that was similar.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was free.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Astrobot.
Yes,
now it got a hit sequel.
Yeah.
Perfect. I will probably buy it. It's unfortunate. Enhanced edition games for the Switch 2. The upgrades are available for purchase. I think it's $10.
So this is where Breath of the Wild will be $90.
That's dumb.
Because you have to buy the base game, brand new, $60.
Yeah.
All the DLC, I think, is $20.
Yeah. I'm not.
Then you got the enhanced edition.
I own the game.
Yeah. So all you would have to do is pay the $10. Well, I mean, unless you have the DLC already, which, I mean, this mostly affects new players. So like for me, Breath of the Wild, I have the base game, I have the DLC. All I would have to do is pay the $10 for the upgrade, which I'm fine with. But because every other game developer has been doing this. I don't know why this is such a controversy for a lot of people.
I don't know how you can milk Breath of the Wild more.
Yeah.
Those nipples are dry and chafed.
Everyone who has a Switch is probably in line to get the Switch.
You're telling me. You're telling me you already bought Breath of the Wild and you don't want to pay $10? That's so sad.
I mean, I can't say anything. Naughty Dog has released The Last of Us 85 times.
They're releasing it an 86th time this year.
You pre-ordered the next one that hasn't been announced yet.
I think I've bought every single one so far. So.
Man, that's something.
Days Gone just put out a... why didn't we talk about that? Days Gone just put out their upgrade. This month, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they did. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I love it.
Super underrated.
I love it. Anyway.
It's fine. Elden Ring's coming to Switch 2.
It is
fine.
It's
cool. I like that it can be played portably.
I would borrow this from somebody and check it out and be like, yeah, I played this.
Yeah. So this is where I may have to piggyback a little bit because there's a lot of controversy over the last couple of days about the game carts and what games are on.
There's no physical data on the cartridges.
Yeah, it's literally just like a game key card, so to speak. Which
I didn't know that.
That is very well. And that's not all of them. Like
I was reading about this morning.
Yeah, Mario Kart World will be on there.
Yeah, all first-party Nintendo Switch games will be on there, and I think Cyberpunk is slated to be on it.
Cyberpunk,
well, because the card itself. What?
Cyberpunk's coming to the Switch?
The Switch too, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Why?
Apparently it runs pretty decent.
What is your problem?
No, I love Cyberpunk, but
apparently it runs pretty decent.
It's on the Switch too, though.
What I heard.
Is it gonna...
Buddy, you're gonna be getting this.
You're gonna have
I'm gonna be getting this.
I've already beat this.
It's gonna be on...
I bought this game twice already. I'm gonna buy it a third time.
When it's on sale for $25, you will buy it.
I've already bought Cyberpunk twice, and I got refunded for it once.
Oh,
good for you.
Well, they refunded everybody back then.
So, like, I found this on Nintendo Life this morning that there's actually a running list of like games that will have
the actual data
on the disc, and the games that will not. So, like
Really?
for example, like Street Fighter 6, most of the game will
going to
be
be on the
downloadable
system.
only.
That makes complete sense, though. That
Split
thing is huge.
Fiction, they're giving
New one,
you the case and with a download code in it.
That is
That
the
is-
most offensive
no.
thing I've ever heard.
Really, honestly, it's like, why even bother?
That's just a waste of resources.
It really
quite
is.
honestly.
The only
Yeah.
time I actually had something like this happen was with Bayonetta 2 for the Switch 1. It came with it had the Bayonetta 2 cartridge, but then it had a download code for Bayonetta 1 from the eShop.
The Resident
which
Evil
is fine.
The Resident Evil triple pack was like that. It came with Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. And I think 4 was on the cart, but you had to download 5 and 6.
Exactly, yeah.
Which was kind of annoying, but I guess I understand. But like, yeah, the average game card, according to the Switch 2, was like 64 gigs. You know, you got games like Bravely Default, Madden 26, Hitman, Puyo Puyo Tetris, Sonic Shadow Generations, Yakuza 0, and Ease X are supposed to be like the game key cards, so to speak. So, and then obviously it's rumored that Elden Ring is going to be a game key card too as well. Dustbloods, and then Nobunaga's ambition. Which
Although
Nobunaga's hot right now, according to some people. I say.
He's very hot right now.
Yeah.
He's been hot for a long time now.
Yeah.
He's been hot for over 500 years.
Wow,
Yeah.
good for him.
Tarnished Edition has new armor, weapons, and customization features. I couldn't be more less excited. Well, whatever.
You have a podcast about it, man. You're
We're
going
gonna
have to get
cover it in
this.
Elden Dogs.
We will
It's
be
going to be
doing
the Dust Blood Dogs,
the
podcast.
the Dusk Dogs,
the Dust Dogs,
the Dog Bloods.
Depending how good it is, I might join you for that.
But yeah, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, sure, whatever.
I'm glad it's getting more. It's going more places. It's a good video game. Like, let the people have this. The people who are like casual.
Let the
who
big dog eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The GameCube library, some of it is going to be given to us piecemeal over the course of the next 6 or 7 years. It's clearer images, high resolution. 4 players can play together if you so choose.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. If this was to come to, it probably won't because it's Square Enix.
I don't know. I think it will.
That would be super
it
fun
will.
to play online.
You know what
Yeah.
they should do is they should make Mog permanent and have the 4 people running around
Yep.
because no one wants to carry the chalice.
They're going to
one wants
announce
to carry the
Mog
chalice.
as a playable character in Mario Kart World, I think, if they do that at the same time.
That'd
I'm
be
predicting it here right now.
Queen of Quinn for Mario Kart.
No, that's fun.
Tifa Lockhart.
So
In
when the,
Mario Kart.
when the
For
service
body pillow.
when the service launches, we're going to get Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Okay, I
Yes.
played that about 3 million times. I love it. Soul Calibur 2, good game
With Link in it.
with Link in it.
Yep.
That's important to note.
Yep.
F-Zero GX, a game I adore.
Yes.
Yeah. Love F-Zero GX. In the future, we're going to get titles such as Super Mario Sunshine,
Great.
Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, brilliant game. Love it. I still own my copy. Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. Played this. It's good. Super Mario Strikers.
Yes.
That's a very good
That's
video
a very good game,
Yes, I've played this.
Yep.
Chibi Robo.
Dylan has now ascended. The table
He's
is rising.
Fucking,
Actually, it would
he
be
went
nice.
full Super Saiyan when he read that.
It would be nice
Chibi
because this
Robo.
game is actually expensive in the secondhand market, so
I know.
I'm hoping it'll go down a little bit in price. Path of Radiance too. I
would
is
get
like pretty
Chibi Robo.
expensive. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Path of Radiance, I own it, and I looked it up the other day, and I'm like, should I sell this?
No.
I won't. I'm holding on to it forever. Just
Cherish
like
it.
just like Battenkai does.
That's another one.
Yeah, we're getting Luigi's Mansion and Pokemon Coliseum, another one
Luigi's
that's also
Mansion.
fun.
I love Luigi's Mansion.
It's good.
I haven't
It's a
played
good
it
video
in a
game.
long time.
It's a nice
Scary
It's a
game.
nice.
Terrifying.
It's a really scary 4-hour experience.
Luigi's
Ooh.
Mansion would be a baller movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
bet they're
honestly
gonna
would,
make it.
yeah.
Like a real proper PG-13
They
horror
already
film.
like teased it in the movie.
Yeah, I won't go there. Charlie Day as Luigi in a fucking haunted house just screaming a bunch.
be
I would
great.
be all about it.
It prints money.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince Money.
Yeah.
Duskbloods.
Danny
Blood-
DeVito as Boo.
Hell yeah.
I'm a ghost.
I'm a ghost with a big dong.
When did I die?
The Magnum dong.
Where's my wife? Blood porn 2, please. No, you have to deal with something else. That was so bad.
I love it,
My
dude.
improv is so bad.
I'm in.
All right.
The
cool,
worse
cool,
it is,
cool.
the better I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm flush. I hate this. Hidetaka Miyazaki is back in the director's chair in this new IP exclusive to Nintendo system, the Switch 2. It is a PvPvE.
Is that an STD?
More like a PV, not for me.
It's very contagious.
Sounds like fucking gobbledygook.
It's very contagious.
I don't know how I feel about this.
It looks so Bloodborne-y, and then it looks a little Lies of PE.
A little bit.
The art design, is fine.
Yeah.
To me, it also feels like Miyazaki. This looks a little like. Do you know how to do anything other than we're doing Victorian architecture again, and Fear Blood and stuff? I don't know.
I don't know, buddy. I felt that way as Elden Ring came into my lap.
Elden Ring has, I don't know, but it does feel a little bit like I'd like a new trick, please. If he made a
like sci-fi or something.
Super Mario Souls.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I don't know. Do something different.
A sci-fi game would actually be really interesting.
Sci-fi game or
with his specific flair.
Go full cutesy.
Yeah.
Let him make the same hardcore game, but make it in a different art style.
Like a Hello Kitty or My Little Pony style game.
Whatever you want, but anything other than
that's so hot.
Blood and vampires and
I think the game does. I think the game does look pretty cool. I liked what I saw.
The character who has like the retro futuristic jetpack and flies off. I'm like, all right, he's my fave. I like him.
Yeah, because how many characters did they announce? How many characters there are, playable characters are in this game?
I truly wish that this was just another Souls-like, because I'll take that over what this actually sounds like in execution.
Yeah,
any day.
Nintendo's never had good online games.
No.
Yeah,
and
I just think this is going to be.
I wonder how much Nintendo paid for this.
The moment I heard that it was this new terminology, PvPvE. I hated it, and I don't want it. I play video games to escape reality for the most part. I will jump into some multiplayer games. I'll do it, but I want to disassociate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I play video games to relax. It's like watching a movie for other people. It's just
bubble gum for the brain.
Exactly. You're chewing on something. Your brain's still working. You're still going at it. A new Kirby Air Riders.
This was a really bizarre trailer.
It looks fucking cool.
But for all intents and purposes, everyone's sitting there like, Smash fucking Brothers is back.
Well, because
Sakurai
Masahiro directed the first one, first Air Riders.
But Sakurai's always been like the Smash Brothers guy, and they're always a heavy emphasis on Kirby. So I saw this, and my heart went to Smash Brothers. So excited, and for it to be Kirby Air Riders, the GameCube game that no one loves, but it's fine. But
I liked it.
Your voice went 10 octaves higher when you said that.
That was not.
I enjoy that game.
It was fine.
It's good.
As far as like super cutesy little racing games with one button, you could do a lot worse.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah.
I hope it's a little more complicated than the one button, the one big green button. Doot doot doot. You know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I will play it. Probably, I'll buy it.
It'll be a great game.
Every first party game is something I'm probably going to buy day one for about a couple of years until I get a little tired and I start getting a little more selective. That's just how it's going to work. If there's a game that truly just doesn't interest me, then I'll probably roll with that. We're also getting Donkey Kong Bananza, which I think looks awesome.
This is a game.
This is a game
where the trailer did absolutely nothing for me. But
I think it looks cool.
Everyone that has played it is raving.
Yeah.
So now I'm back in.
Didn't they have a treehouse for this one? Or was it just Mario Kart World?
Maybe they did.
I know they had a couple tree houses for some of the games after.
I think the problem for me is I'm not a 3D Donkey Kong guy. I've never played the 64. And to me, Donkey Kong exists in the
only one.
In the 2D realm. Yeah,
he's the king of the 2D realm.
I get you.
So, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's. I think that this game looks good. And they've really Mario. I mean, I'd love another 3D Mario, but at the same time, explore your other characters a little bit. Yeah. What are they going to do differently? Because you understand what Mario.
When are we going to get a new Star Fox game?
Never, probably.
Just make a dog fighter. Do it.
It's easy.
Cool. We want it.
It's easy.
People want it.
Yeah, I would.
I would take even the GameCube like Star Fox Assault.
Honestly,
I hope that's coming.
Adventures?
Yeah, no, Star Fox Assault. Yeah.
Okay.
Adventures was fine, but
actually, Star Fox Assault is a sequel to Adventures. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually a tried and true like Star Fox like actual fighter game. Whereas like I think Star Fox Adventures wasn't technically supposed to be Star Fox game.
But
no, it wasn't.
Donkey Kong Bonanza was
Dinosaur
like
Planet.
Yeah, Dinosaur Planet. Yeah, but they just slapped Fox McCloud in it, and they were like, "This will sell."
Bananza though is like the coup de grace for the direct.
Yep.
They're like, this is the big announcement, and it was surprising.
They're cashing. You know what? They're putting their chips on this. I'm going to bet you in about a year we're going to get the 3D Mario announcement we've all been waiting for, because it's been
Odyssey 2.
Odyssey 2? Or you think
I don't think it's going to be called Odyssey. I think it's going to be called something else.
Odyssey 2.
Super Mario Galaxy 3.
Oh,
be still my heart. Okay, you can't say things like that.
I would probably spontaneously jack off in my pants.
I want to be present for that podcast when they announce it, please.
But I'm looking forward to this. The other thing is, wah wah. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be affected. Probably not now, but in a while,
a few months.
Well, it is affected because accessories are changed.
Well, that's true.
But yes,
$15 for a strap? Are you kidding me?
$15 for a strap.
Dylan, what's up with Trump?
Okay. Almost immediately after the Switch 2 Direct, Trump issued a series of tariffs in an absurd fashion. This caused Nintendo to delay the pre-order date and for the console to assess the effect that this would have on the console market and pricing. Turns out we did not get a price hike for the Switch itself, but we are going to pay a lot more money for those dumb fucking cameras. And we're going to pay a lot of money for every bit and bobble that comes with this horse shit.
I think the Joy-Cons are like $90.
$90 now.
Yeah, the pair.
Yes. So they held off on raising the prices to make a decision. And what they wound up choosing is they're not raising the prices on the consoles, but all the accessories are going to be more expensive to offset the little loss that they would make. Now, Trump has been playing chicken with all of these tariffs, and he doesn't know what he's doing, and it's just escalating, and he's losing to China in a big way, because China you can't fuck with.
No.
He's even a bunch of our capital.
We rely too much.
He said the other day, I had a conversation with Xi, and China came out a while later, said this never happened. Like,
I never talked to him ever.
And so who knows what tariffs will or will not, because also the ones that were in place were not getting enforced on anything entering the country.
Well, Dylan, who's one of the biggest countries being hit by these tariffs?
Us?
Vietnam.
Well,
I think they're getting hit harder than China, from what I've understood.
Vietnam, where around a third of Switch 2 units are manufactured, was originally going to be hit by a 46% increase in the tariffs, which caused Nintendo to delay pre-orders in both the US and Canada. Since then, President Trump has decided to pause tariffs at a lower rate on most countries for 90 days, except China, which...
I love how he justified that, too. He was like, well, a lot of people are complaining, so we just paused it for 90 days. I'm like, rightfully so.
That still affects the market.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, we're not going to put tariffs on Russia.
No.
Of course not.
Some stupid.
They're making their own video game console.
The Brishnikov
74.
We are releasing Tetris 2. It's called Tetris. It's like Tetris with hits.
It only looked like plastic box.
You can't.
There's something in there. You just have to look very hard.
You can't buy it because it belongs to the people.
Your imagination is CPU enough. Now get in, breadline.
Yeah.
Putin. What guy? Anyway.
Okay. I'm actually interested in this last one. If the Pokemon Company is releasing an official book called Poke-Ecology that focuses on the behaviors of Pokemon. This book is being put together by two veterinary behaviorism and ecology PhD graduates from the University of Tokyo. This is kind of cool.
Is this real?
This is real.
It's happening.
Oh.
It's kind of interesting.
Veterinary behaviorism and ecology PhD graduates.
You know, some Pokemon are just plants that walk around.
I suppose, yeah.
So the veterinary habits of a sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
This eats the blood.
And a
of
monster that
innocence.
rides like a motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. This will focus more on sleeping and eating habits, migration patterns, and other things of that nature, which is cool. I like when things get fleshed out. I kind of miss when Pokemon was a little darker and it talked about, like, this Pokemon eats this other Pokemon.
Or how all Pokemon were, like, rape origin stories that was founded in the PokeLeaks.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird.
And then Miltank had sex with the child. and the child turned into a Gengar.
What?
This Gengar's name was Pikachu.
That's pretty close.
I'm glad I'm not in this universe.
Cue the Unsolved Mysteries theme song.
No official Western release has been confirmed.
You have entered the Dogcast zone. Sorry.
Japanese pre-orders are around $10. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Getting back.
There is all the Nintendo has to offer.
I do need to quickly tell my Switch 2 pre-ordering escapades.
Sure.
I got 5 of those fuckers.
I got 5 of those fuckers.
I had one sitting in my Target cart, and I was like, well, let me see if Best Buy will have it. And of course, the Best Buy app crashed a couple times. Went back to my Target cart. It fell off.
You know, in that
really?
South Park episode when Kyle's dad is like sipping a glass of wine at the computer and Rush is playing, that's kind of how I felt getting ready for it. I stayed up very late till 11 p.m. here in Wisconsin.
Wow. You stayed up till 11?
11 p.m. And I had my 3 web browsers open for Target, Walmart, and Best Buy.
On a school night?
On a school night.
Dear God.
So these
My mom would have yelled at me.
So you wait for it to like hit 11 p.m. and everything immediately crashes on these websites.
Yeah.
So Walmart, I jumped into a line and it's sitting on the side. Target, Best Buy fell apart.
Yep.
Best Buy was the only one I wasn't able to get. But Target, I was able to get after about 15, 20 minutes. Now, the website didn't work, so I went to the app because I went onto Blue Sky, and Wario64 said the app might work for some people. Went to the app, got it in the cart. Nothing would go through. Wound up clicking about 500 times over the course of 25 minutes, push through. And at that point, Walmart also, your spot in line has gotten through, so I got it on there. So
They actually had queues?
Walmart had a queue, yes.
I managed to get into the queue on Best Buy's app and just sat there for like a half hour.
So I got those 2. I was up for about an hour that night, and I had to go to work on 4 hours of sleep, and I was a sad panda. During my first break, a half an hour before GameStop was supposed to have theirs available, I just went to the app, and the pre-order button was active, so I hit pre-order, and I went to the cart, and it went through. And then like about 30 seconds later, it was off again. I don't know why it was available a half an hour early.
Lucky, yeah.
So GameStop just worked for me.
Okay.
And then it was then 2 days later, it was in the morning, I just pulled up Wario64 on Blue Sky, and he's like, Walmart's working for some people. And it was about an hour and a half late that I saw this message. And I just went to Walmart and pre-order available, and it went through. I was like, oh. So I got a 4th Switch 2. And then I just tried it again in Walmart, and it let me do another one.
Do you know how many packages are just going to like show up on your doorstep?
So at that point, I was like,
there's going to be people following that UPS driver like crazy.
I'll probably be waiting here for it.
And some people say,
can we have like a party?
Yeah,
when all of them show up,
we can have a party. Now,
yes.
Some people might say, Brad, are you one of those horrible scalpers? Generally not. I got these. I wanted to get at least 4 so I could make sure all of our co-hosts here, you guys could each get one if you wanted.
I appreciate you.
And the last one, I might sell on eBay. We'll see. My cat has a health issue, and if I can get a couple extra $100, that's a good thing. If I also run into somebody that's like desperate to get one and they can't get a hold of, if you're on the Discord and you haven't gotten one, you really want one, I will take care of you first. But yeah, so I got 5 Switch 2s. And
that's how I got my PlayStation 5, though. Tom did the same thing.
Yeah.
Tom bought a few of them, and then I was able to buy one from Tom.
Yeah.
And he scalped me $20.
I almost got Dylan to buy one from me. I think it was a PS5, but you would have had to have gotten like Monster Trucks Unleashed or something. You're like, I don't want your bundle.
That was also at a time where I had less money.
Yeah.
So I mean, like now I'm in a comfortable place where I can drop cash like this. If you do happen to get a 6, Jordan would like one too. But
okay.
I want someone from the Discord or someone else because we can share the fucking system. It's going to be plugged into the TV for the most part anyway.
This is the final beer from Ryan's package he sent us.
This looks fancy.
This is called False Idol Brewing. It's called Mischief Fables. It's a Mizunara Oak Imperial Stout from Black Friday 2024. Made in North Richland Hills, Texas. It's 13%. And from False Idol Brewing. It's got Pinocchio, Puss in Boots, 3 blind mice, and 3 pigs having like a party on the front. That's very cool.
Really cute.
Special.
Are you going to put old English folk music in the background in post when?
If we ever put music in the background, it is the American Civil War Ken Burns documentary song, which always gets us flagged.
Great.
But yes, thank you, Ryan, so much for this beer.
Thank you, Ryan.
It's called Ashokan Legacy, right?
It's called Mischief Fables.
Oh no, the song from Ken Burns.
Maybe.
It's called a Shokin something.
That is just a very nice beer.
That's
That is a
tasty.
classic imperial style.
That is a very smooth beer.
And on that note, all right, you guys can talk about Clair Obscure.
Oh boy!
So
Never have I seen the collective thoughts of our Discord
The
so
Discord,
turn into
yeah.
one thing.
Really?
So when like, not to talk too much like game about Discord, but usually when a new game comes out, a lot of people will jump in, and you'll always have like varying opinions, or someone will say mid.
Yeah.
Like this is fine.
We got
it's
that
mid,
with
it's
South
not
of
for
Midnight,
me.
I remember, because South of Midnight was like, some people really liked it, other people were like,
Right.
it's all right, whatever, you know. But
And when I decided I was going to buy this game, because I had first watched a few reviews, enough that I didn't want to like spoil anything for myself, because shit happens in this game, right? And it's a very story-driven game.
in the first 30 minutes, shit happens.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And I cried.
I did too.
It
okay.
goes hard.
I was like burying myself in my shirt. I couldn't handle it.
I was like, no, really? Are they
Yeah.
doing it?
Yeah.
And everyone who's been on here, there have been no naysayers. Everyone has been like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. My thought immediately is, I was so happy about this game, and there was some sort of like melancholy to my thought about it, because the moment I thought of this, my brain, like, it leapt to Final Fantasy 16. And I said, this game had a team of 30 fucking people, and they blew that fucking bloated piece of trash right out of the water.
Not even close.
Yeah.
It's not even
honestly.
close.
Honestly.
I'm like, this is how you make one of these games, and it's beautiful, and I pray that they didn't have to crunch. I pray that they had good working conditions, because this is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. It might have one of my favorite combat systems ever devised, because it's a mix of several things. It's a mix of like Bravely Default being like the main one, because they use that point system that goes up, the AP goes up and down, which is basically like Bravely Defaulting when you overcharge. And I just, everything flows so well. There's not a moment where I have been bored. There's not a moment where I'm like, okay, enough of this horse shit. All the levels are brilliantly designed. They're not huge. And in fact, I don't think this game is going to be that long. I am nearing the end of Act 2 currently. And obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything. In the broadest sense and terms, it's about this group of expeditioners who are going out to stop a mythical creature called the Paintress, because every year she has this ticker that goes down on this giant tower, on this monolith. And that is the age limit for humans in general, across the entirety of existence. And, you know, they've been doing it for about 67 years now, and people are getting younger and younger and younger. And so it's usually people around the age of, 33 that they send them out.
At this point in the game, yeah.
Exactly. Or people who are just willing.
Yeah.
And it's about their expedition and kind of discovering what the lands beyond your little city, or big city, I should say, actually, what's going on conspiracy-wise. It's very good. There are a few things that bug me, but they are so small in the grand scheme of things, because I've felt things about these characters that I've never felt about a video game character. Hard to do. Do you guys have something to say?
It really is.
I had to rant. It had to come out.
Honestly, the character dynamics, like especially with, Charlie Cox just like nailing Gustav.
Oh, yeah,
is
it's
just
good.
like he has so many good ranges. Especially like I think there was like one camp scene that in the beginning of the game where like he was like just like he's like, we got to go back, we got to go, we got to leave. We can't be here anymore. And Lucille or
Lune,
yeah, that was it. Who is my new video game crush right now, because
so
she
pretty.
was like going hard on him, and just
kind
like
of more of a CL guy.
That's the good cast. I didn't realize Charlie Cox, Andy Serkis.
yeah, Andy Serkis,
That's
was
cool.
in it obviously, but like just I'm a sucker for good games with like you could have like a mid story, but give me good characters that and I've said it on this podcast before, give me good characters that I can really like resonate with, or really like see the struggle or see how hard it is for them. Like, don't give me this overpowered bullshit of just like, well, I'm just the way I am because that's the way I am. I want to see the struggle. I want to be invested in your journey. And I just remember like being hooked on that particular camp conversation between those two, where it was like, you know, she was like, we have to keep going. We took this oath and all this stuff. And even just like the dynamics with the other characters that you encounter and stuff, it's really good. And it's like, it kind of made me feel sad for Dragon Age, the Veilguard, because I kind of craved these kind of character interactions between my party and Veilguard. And unfortunately we didn't get that, which was another thing. It's like you had a AAA studio that was working on a game for 10 years and didn't make me resonate with the characters as much as this kind of small studio from France that just really and the voice acting, like, I don't know how the hell they do that.
How do they lip sync?
Yeah.
Who wrote? First of all, I don't know if they changed the lips for American audiences.
It's a program.
It's got to be a program.
No, it's a speech to like animation program, 100%.
Yeah, because I think the only other audio language is in French, and I wonder if it is.
I almost
want in French.
The second time I play it, I will be doing it in French.
Yeah, I think I will too.
I will be playing this immediately after I'm done. I can't say that.
Yeah.
I need to know what this new game plus is. I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I need to know because it's from execution to like delivery, a game working this well out of the box is, for a game that looks this way, there should be way more visual jank. There's a few camera problems.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it coalesces. It's just complete. And they're being rewarded for it. They sold 1 million copies in 3 days.
I think word of mouth is just insane for this game right now.
I saw some real poo-pooers on the review sites.
I saw Jamie Flanagan, who we interviewed on Popcorn Dogs, one of the writers of Midnight Mass, and a lot of the different Flanagan shows. They were saying that the prologue was like one of the most like emotionally moving and like well put together tutorial sections of a game they've ever experienced.
Non-insulting too.
And I was like, what is this game?
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the trailer and knowing a little bit about the story, and I was like, I don't know, cool, maybe. But the moment it hit the discussions on our little humble Discord, the sentiment became like such just a snowball barreling down the hill, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I can't ignore it. I will be playing this game very soon.
I would have forced you. And the thing we
all would have showed up here.
There will be a 3-part episode.
I thought
Dylan will love it.
I thought I knew what video games were capable of within certain spheres. You think about RPGs, right? And we've had really good ones. I've played a ton. I love, like the
Kingdom Hearts.
Final, like
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Rebirth. Rebirth affected me emotionally.
It did.
Rebirth is a brilliant video game, and in much the same way, I kind of already expected it to be what it was. This curveball. This is the way I felt about the original Dark Souls because that was my first Souls game. This is exactly the same way I feel. Because the combat's pretty hard at times. And
that's refreshing. Most RPGs I can play blindfolded.
Yes.
Well, and that's what's
literally
great.
Just press attack.
I mean, we can talk about the combat a little bit more in depth, but that's what I like about the combat in this game is that you don't have to grind.
Yeah.
No.
You know, that you can actually fight like
smart.
Yeah, you got to be smart. You can fight like higher powered enemies, but just be smart about it. Yeah, granted, it may take a while, but if you got the dodge and the parry mechanics down, which can be kind of a struggle.
They can be finicky at times.
They really can be, yeah.
Because you think you're hitting certain windows and you're not.
Yeah, and it's obviously easier to dodge than it is to parry.
Yes.
But like you get highly rewarded for parrying.
Yeah,
if you nail it.
Buku damage.
Hell yeah, you can.
So, do you guys like this game?
I'm a big fan.
I adore
Solid 4 out of 10.
I honestly might get a tattoo with the 33.
I think I
I'm going to get one.
I thought about that. I literally thought about that too. I was like, I'm going to get this tattoo removed and I'm just going to put a 33 on my red arm.
I'm going to get one that says 69.
Hell yeah.
I think I found expeditions. I recently, because there are journals from like previous expeditions, I did find expedition 69s. And I was like, ooh, it's going to be like a sex joke. It wasn't. It was sad.
Oh, that's too bad. You know what I loved in the prologue is you walking up to trash cans and then your character saying, "This is just a trash can."
It's just a trash can.
Just a trash can. Like, why do they put that in there?
That's very Disco Elysium of them.
Yeah. But I'm like, it's great. I'm glad they did.
I beat a video game this morning.
Ooh.
I just want to say one last thing. It has an open world. It has a open world. Yeah, like actually an overworld. Just like the old
Chrono Triggers.
Yes, where like you can actually roam the world. Like I love that they actually put that in a modern game.
Just wait till you get a little further. It gets cool.
Oh, I bet it does. Because you can. I like that you can actually like go back and like create shortcuts in the world. So it's like if you wanted to go back to a previous area, which I imagine you will at some point. I just love that they put that in there. I've been craving that in a modern RPG for so long. That was like a PS1 era style, game that every game did.
One last question. Is this so big for us because they're finally giving us what we want? I wonder if I'm overhyping it, and it feels
you're high right now on it.
I'm very high.
You're going to sober up in 6 months. Will you feel the same?
Exactly. Is this just because I've been so starved of really great RPGs that
100%? I 100% agree with you. I think we all have been starved of what we want.
I would hold off on the tattoo until I figure
My buddy's got a Dave Matthews Band big tattoo in the center of his back
with the weird like.
He should have waited. Guy. Just wait.
I
just wait a while.
I had a friend of mine that had a
it.
Limp Bizkit tattoo. So
that aged well, actually.
Well, I suppose now, 20 years later.
I beat a PlayStation 1 RPG this morning.
Please tell.
I beat Suikoden 2's remastered today, so I completed both 1 and 2 on the remastered pack that they released. It's hard to perceive it without nostalgia glasses because this has been my favorite video game series forever. Fantastic. The story holds up wonderfully. The gameplay is it's still what it was for the PS1 era. They didn't change anything. I do love it. I do love all of the animations, the characters, the mature storytelling, the interesting relationships, and I think it is aged very well. And it's weird to say Konami knocked it out of the park. Konami knocked it out of the park. Lovingly crafted at the end of the credits. It even said special thanks to these people, and Yoshitaka Miriyama. And Konami has been famously just very anti-creator and for a long time. And whoever's in charge now they're showing love, at least the perception of love.
I was wondering that with Metal Gear Delta. Yeah, if they're gonna credit Hideo Kojima at the end. I mean.
They should.
I would imagine that they would at this point. I think that they are trying to rebuild their reputation.
I think their image is pretty shattered.
I think that this is as far as what I want from a remaster, 100% this is exactly what I want for a old school RPG to be done in a modern scenario. Sure. Update the visuals. It's a lot of things where people wouldn't even realize how the original looked because this is what your memories are when you play it. If you go back, it doesn't look this good. Mm-hmm. And the new portraits in Suikoden 1, everything about it is just phenomenal, and I couldn't recommend it highly enough. And it was an absolute joy. I really enjoyed it, and now I can play Clair Obscure. That's what I've been playing.
Oh, boy.
Well, I've been playing a lot of games, quite a few. I took on too many games at once. It started with
It'd be like that.
Yakuza Like a Dragon when it was on Game Pass.
I got the first one.
The first Like a Dragon.
Yeah, the first Like a Dragon.
So good.
Yeah, I got quite a ways into it. I didn't skip any of the cutscenes, so it was like 5 hours of movie before I even got into any real playing.
I skipped a few cutscenes where I got the general idea of what was going on. I'm like, okay, you're doing some very cultural joke making, and I'm like, I get it. You guys are friends. We can continue.
Yeah, it was.
I can watch Ichiban do anything though for about 20 hours before I get bored.
Ichiban is so likable. I had a really good time playing as him, but I didn't have enough time to. Well, I was too busy with work, and it was going off of Game Pass by the end of March, so I didn't really get a full chance to dive into it.
I should have jumped on it when I had the chance. I mean, I'll buy it. I don't mind,
but then
it's been on my list.
I started playing Schedule 1, the drug dealing simulator game that took the world by storm. Not too long ago.
Yeah. Tell me about this, Tyler.
So it is a super fun game, and I think the guy who made it, its name is also Tyler. It's like one guy made.
Well, that's a rare name.
I know.
I'll say, you're literally the only Tyler I've ever met in my life.
I thought you were making it up when you said your name was Tyler. Because
every other Tyler I've
never heard of that name ever in my life.
This guy might be cooler.
Yeah. He's cooler than you.
He could be.
Can we get him on the show instead?
I mean, my name is more common than the name Tyler.
Stoyan.
Yeah, right?
I used to have the most rare name, and now I lost that seat.
Oh.
Horny Jim's pretty rare.
Guys, no one knows Horny Jim is Dylan.
I did make a reference to that one time on the podcast.
You're horny, though.
Well, God bless it.
I'm Two-Turn Tony, and I'm Horny Jim.
Put 5 needles in my balls and slap my ass with a pickle.
So Tyler made a game?
Yeah, Tyler made a game.
That's what Horny Jim likes.
If you're getting the ass slapped with a pickle.
Yeah, with needles in his balls.
If you're curious to play Schedule 1, there's a free sample on Steam, which is what I did, which just pops you into like the first little area and lets you run through all the weed. The marijuana portion of the game.
What is this game?
Is it? It's drug dealer simulator.
It's a drug dealer simulator. So you start off in an RV, not quite Breaking Bad-esque.
So you have to awkwardly watch a show you don't like with your drug dealer for 2 hours and get a little stoned so you can just buy your 8th and leave.
Your uncle goes to jail, and then you flee to the city where your RV is bombed, and then you have to start in a motel room, and you build yourself up. You have to get new connections and manage employees. It's essentially an organization / drug dealing simulator. Yep. I spent a lot of time buying shelves and rearranging shelves, and I mean, you literally have to go through and like hand bag each bud that you make at the beginning. And then when the process becomes more automated and you start getting more properties, I got the golden skateboard, which is like the fastest vehicle. It's faster than the cars.
This could be like completely made up and I wouldn't know.
You can also take your own drugs and then like make yourself bald or give yourself like super jump and shit to get around the city. The police will try and catch you. It is a very fun game. Good little time waster. And it's only like $20. So once I beat the free sample, I just bought it. And my shit-ass laptop can run it, so that's been a blessing.
Nice. Do you think my Steam Deck could run it?
Oh, 100%. It doesn't have controller support yet, though.
That's fine.
They're working on it.
Oh, well, then maybe I can't.
He's trying to get it on the Steam Deck. It's been in the...
Oh, then never mind. I can't
It's been in the
it.
Discord and on Reddit. He wants to get it on the Steam Deck.
I'm not playing with I'm not going to pull up the screen and then play with the pad.
You're not going to play with the pad? Come on, man.
No, fuck that. Schedule 1 is pretty fun, though. I still bounce into it from time to time. You can combine different shit to make your drugs more powerful or
Fentanyl,
to increase
yeah.
my main seller is
you can lace your drugs.
Yes, my main seller is called Gorilla Ass, and it is OG Perp mixed with jelly donuts and Listerine.
Did you name it, or was that like a list of names you can choose?
No,
from?
the two most popular ones, because they name their own drugs, but you can name yours. Like if you come up with a funny name, you can name it, or you can randomize it. There's Gorilla Ass and Fat Cum were my two favorites.
I am really surprised this game exists. Like, honestly.
Dude, I got an 8th of Fat Cum. Fat Cum. You guys got to come over and play Mario Kart. I got the Fat Cum.
Get the boys over. Get the boys over.
When are you going to settle down? Find a wife, you know?
I'm too busy making Fat Cum. No, it's a fun game. I just unlocked meth and my supplier.
Hell yeah.
I just unlocked meth. That's what I said.
Dude, you're going to get the bath salts DLC, dude.
Dude, I will support this game for as long as they keep making it. I haven't even unlocked all the drugs yet.
The fentanyl lacing is DLC.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had meth?
No.
I mistakenly took meth.
How do you mistakenly take meth?
I thought I was really drunk and I took a hit off of something and it was meth.
Oh no.
And then I don't remember the rest of the night, but I do remember that I cleaned my house.
I've heard
that
I've heard that sometimes when you pick up a certain type of drug at certain music concerts, it might have other things in it. I don't know.
So you have?
No, not me. Some guy I know.
I accidentally smoked PCP once.
Took way too much.
I think it was PCP. I smoked some lace weed when I was in high
I think
school
the only
once.
accidental
It
thing I
freaked me
did was
out.
acid. That was it.
So what else have you been playing?
I jumped into the Oblivion Remaster for a little bit.
Grangus McDangus.
Yeah, Grangus McDangus is slinging
The
his
hero
hammer.
of Kvatch, Grangus McDangus.
Yeah, he's got a big-ass hammer.
I am Martin Sept in the 7th. This is my friend, Grangus McDangus.
It's fun. I'll eventually come back to it, but I'm playing Clair Obscure Expedition 33 now. It was highly recommended to me by Dylan, who told me twice over Discord that I would adore this game. And I did.
I was right. I know.
Yeah.
Dylan's got he's batting 1,000 on recommendations, so you can't ignore him, unfortunately.
Yeah, was it you or someone? I think it was Aaron in the Discord recommended Final Vendetta. Or not Final Vendetta.
Oh, no, that
Vendetta
wasn't me.
Forever.
That would have been Phil.
That was Phil? Okay, Vendetta Forever on the PSVR.
It's good.
Oh my God.
Dude,
so
our
good.
Discord recommends some good games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will go to bat for a lot of video games. I'll say, if you like this, like if you're into stuff like this, then I'd say that this is at least worth playing. But
I still got to play Aegis Rim, 13 Sentinels.
oh my God, yeah.
That's a meta. Holy cow.
That's a fucking video game.
That's a
man.
video game.
That's a good read.
Yeah.
I would call it a novel.
Makes you question Japanese culture for sure.
Makes you question everything.
Yeah.
The nature of reality itself. I played Promise Mascot Agency.
What?
It's really good.
Yeah. What is it?
So it's about this Yakuza guy. And
I did not expect.
Okay, that was not where I thought this
Yakuza was
going.
not where I was expecting you to say. Promise Mascot. I thought you were playing as like a Oscar Mayer
Sports
wiener,
mascot.
and you had to
Sports
spin the
mascot,
sign or something.
You're a famous Yakuza agent for a very specific family named the Janitor. And you are supposed... There's a mission that goes horribly wrong, and the money is stolen. And instead of killing you, they send you to this very famous cursed village. And inside this cursed village / town / countryside are a lot of people who are having a really bad time. And they also live alongside these creatures called mascots. And they look like things in suits, but they're not. They are literal like flesh and blood, like, you know, what you see on like football fields.
But
and
they're
shit like
real.
that. But they're real. There's one named Pinky. You want to look up Pinky?
I'll look it up.
Pinky
Looking it
Promise
up.
Mascot Agency. Pinky is a mascot of a severed pinky that Yakuza famously chop off when they've done something wrong or they're showing loyalty.
Okay.
That's the
yes.
most important finger.
It looked kind of like a wiener.
Yep.
That's Pinky.
Yep.
And then
Cute, though.
you are forced to take over this mascot agency, which means which
Not so cute
yeah,
anymore.
that's Pinky. Pinky's cute.
Okay.
Pinky's real cute.
Yeah.
And you have to rehabilitate this agency, but also you end up rehabilitating the town itself. So you're managing a mascot agency, investing in the town, bringing more people in for like tourism and shit. And eventually,
Fucking weird, dude.
What, like,
This game looks insane.
is this like a,
and you drive around in this truck. Like your only control method is this truck.
Okay.
And then Pinky sits in the back, and Pinky helps you out.
So I'm looking at a cover of the original soundtrack available to purchase on vinyl, and it's Pinky getting his
It's a
nail
really good soundtrack.
getting his nail painted because he has a nail. He's a Pinky.
Yeah.
is
And
there a
there's-
picture? Can I see the picture?
Let me just say it though. There's 3 schoolgirls on a looks like a honeymoon love bed behind Pinky, and
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
so this.
Pinky's a girl.
Okay, so
Pinky's a girl. This
Okay,
is not
all right.
weird.
Yeah, it's less
It's just
weird.
normal to have 3 schoolgirls in the honeymoon love hotel.
as long as you're over 18.
Pinky's 10 years old.
Ah!
Okay.
Pinky's just a Pinky.
Okay, all right.
This girl doesn't have legs either. I'm just noticing.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Sorry.
I don't know.
So
I've never
out
seen that.
of curiosity, how did you discover this game?
I woke up on a Friday morning about 2 weeks back, and as I tend to, I'm like, I go to the stores. I take a look at like if there's like a new deal, if there's something that I'd be interested in that I normally wouldn't want, because I go in for the steals, I go in for the deals.
He goes
Yeah.
in. You going hard, dude.
I do, and
Hell yeah, brother.
I allow myself like a new game once every like 2 weeks. Generally speaking, unless it's like a $5 game, then I'll just purchase it. Who gives a shit? But I saw that I looked at the artwork and I said, "Oh, that looks like something I would like." And then I clicked into it, and then I watched a trailer, and then I started looking up reviews, and people were like, "This is really good." It's the people who made Paradise Killer. You ever heard of that?
No.
No.
That's like a visual novel detective game. This is the same company who made Paradise Killer. And I had played that one, and I said, "Oh, it's those guys? I'm happy to support them no matter what they do." So
Tyler just got back from a bathroom break for those listening. And Tyler, I want you to know you will never understand what we're talking about right
Yeah,
now.
so just buckle up, buddy.
and
here
Buckle
for
up.
And, you
There's
know,
a decapitated Pinky mascot. Okay.
Yeah. With
I
like
left
3
at
schoolgirls
Yakuza
in
and
a
I
bed.
came
One of
back.
them's missing legs.
The girl's missing legs, and Dylan's trying to bring economy back to a small town.
and also
While driving a truck.
I recently got Pinky elected mayor.
What is it?
So there's that whole.
See what we mean? See what we mean?
But you said Pinky's a 10-year-old girl.
It doesn't matter.
Clearly, there's no age limits.
Okay,
He's
you're
also
right. I
kind
guess
of
there
a-
are dogs that are mayors.
He's
in the
also
real
kind of a
world,
mythical
so-
creature, but then there's like this whole conspiracy with the mine and how the family who sent you away, instead of killing you, covered up some sort of accident that happened there, and that's what caused all the weird spirits in town to go nuts.
Do you recommend people play it?
I mean,
Is there
here's
certain people that you recommend play it?
Dylan's about to give a very controversial recommend.
here's what I'll say. I love it. If you like collectathons, if you like micromanaging, if you enjoy like driving around a little town, visiting with people, making sure that your mascots are doing their job well, helping them out when things go poorly, because you do like these little mini games every time someone's fucking up in the business, because they bring in all this revenue. You have to manage their job share, you have to manage their time off, you have to manage all this shit, and it feels fucking good. And the soundtrack, mwah, delightful. I'm probably going to get that soundtrack.
Yeah.
If you like any of those things, buy it. It is $24.99, I think. Don't quote me on that.
Wow.
But I loved it, and it's going to be on my Game of the Year list. So
Wow. I'm impressed.
You've been playing some games, Stoy?
Yeah. South of Midnight and a little horror game I've been kind of keeping an eye on called Post Trauma. But
what the fuck's that?
I'm very curious about that.
so I'll start with that one actually. Post Trauma is it's supposed to be like a kind of like an ode to like the classic like PS2 horror style games.
I've heard of
Very
this.
reminiscent of Silent Hill. You're kind of like playing as this janitor, and you wake up in this like subway station, and
Popular these days.
yeah, the atmosphere is really what sells it, because it's kind of like a mystery. You're like, you wake up in this like haunted subway station, kind of similar to like Silent Hill 3 or 4, and it's just like you're kind of puzzle solving. You're doing a little bit of like kind of decrepit body horror style monster bashing, and trying to make sense of what's happening around you. The puzzles are, I mean, this game is made for like, I guess the generation of people that have played like PS2, PS1 style horror games where it's like very puzzle heavy.
Sure.
And just kind of like stupid puzzles. Like, for example, the first puzzle that you encounter, which is literally right in the beginning of the game, is you have to exit this train car and there's a padlock, and you have to like, you see these numbers painted on the, or you see these like shapes. You see like a square, a triangle, an X, and a circle painted all over like one of the train cars that you're in. So you have to put numbers associated with them. So you have to like look at different like maps on the walls. You have to find like, someone will like say like, hey, triangle equals 1. So like you're trying to collect all this like information, and then also like, I don't know, I guessed on one of the shapes because I couldn't like find what shape that meant, but there's like math involved that you have to do to figure it out. Cause I was like, well, what if I add 3 to 5 to make 7 or something like that? And just,
That would equal 8,
yeah, I don't know.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Do you get a severed head of an old man that helps you solve these puzzles? Because that's the only way that I can solve puzzles in video games, is if I have the help of...
No one that
From
has
here.
a Nordic accent that like you strap to your belt
I'm out
or anything
then.
like that. So, the acting is very deliciously B-movie style.
I'm back in.
Yeah.
David Harbour edition.
Yeah, David Harbour edition. So, I mean, you got like peak voice acting performances. I only played like, I would say, an hour and a half of it right now, and most of it's just kind of like random wandering. The atmosphere is really what sells it, because you got these like kind of like really, if you're afraid of mannequins, like, which I know there's people legitimately afraid of mannequins.
I wonder what the term for that phobia is.
I imagine there is a name
Mannequinophobia.
associated with it.
I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, but like there's like kind of like random like stationary mannequins everywhere. Like there was like you walk down this subway tunnel and it's like completely dark, and then all of a sudden you approach the end of it and it's like a whole team of mannequins just like sitting at the end of it, stopping your advance. And it's like, okay, this is weird. So I had that irrational fear of like turning around and walking away, and I'm like, are these mannequins gonna come chase me?
Like the weeping angels from Doctor Who.
Yeah, like, so I don't understand that reference, but I'm gonna.
sick. They're sick.
Okay, So
one of
like,
one of the better
can I
inventions of
interject?
New Who.
what?
Automatonophobia. Automatonophobia.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Okay. Sorry.
So yeah, I mean,
It's like a French near.
yeah, it's
Automata.
it's just really weird.
I just started playing games yesterday.
It's not
She's got
necessarily.
a robot butt.
It's hard to describe because like I would say I've like encountered combat with like 2 different enemies in the 2 hours that I played, and most of it is just like puzzle solving and trying to navigate through this like subway station and find out what the heck's going on. From what I heard, it implies the name post trauma implies like probably like this guy is suffering some sort of trauma that he is is affecting the real world around him or something like that, and his ability to like cope, I guess.
How does it look? I don't even know how this thing looks. Is it like?
Is it tank controls?
It's tank controls. Yes.
I don't know.
Tank controls, stationary cameras. So like I said, if you're, if you grew up in the era of like tank controls, PS2 style like storytelling and like puzzle solving, you would probably love this game.
So
if that's not your era.
This is a nostalgia itch.
Yeah, 100% nostalgia.
If you didn't play those games, you would probably find this unplayable.
100%.
It looks like me if I had more hair.
He doesn't look that bad.
I'm gonna say
doesn't
100%
Dylan,
that.
just kidding.
I'm gonna say
look
100%
great.
that.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, it's just so deliciously weird for me, like having grown up in that era of just like, that was what I consumed back then. It was like, give me all the weird, like, Fatal Frame, Silent Hill, Haunting Grounds type horror games, with weird storylines. But yeah, so it's a $25 game, so it's not terrible. Terribly expensive.
I might give it a shot. Is this out on like consoles or is this?
I'm playing it on the PS5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And what was the other game you've been playing?
South of Midnight.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, which I adored the story building and the storytelling and the characters. A lot darker than I thought it would be because
I like the look of the main character.
Yeah,
she's cool.
But of course, naturally, I think one of the best. So obviously, anytime there's a female protagonist in a video game, the internet white boys go crazy about it being woke. So what I loved about it is that a lot of people said, well, part of her character design is she's wearing like a sweatshirt tied around her waist, and it's like what's covering her ass. So, she's a 17, 18-year-old girl. Like,
are you telling me this fictional character doesn't want to fuck me either?
Yeah.
I am tired of this.
I'm tired of this. They should all be fuckable. Show her ass.
I'm going to Twitter.
Yeah. Anyway, what a cesspool. So, but most of the game, from what I heard, at least straight from the developers, has been pretty positive. With just obviously the character's well written. There's a lot of good exposition with her being a weaver, so to speak, where she actually helps kind of like unpack trauma from people.
Oh, that's cool.
And the dark part of the storyline is that she is trying to navigate the world around her while also like uncovering people's trauma and people's dark histories and dark pasts. So like one example of like her encountering a guy and he had a brother who was autistic, and how the dark side of how he treated his autistic brother to the point of, and I'm going to spoil exactly how it happened, but like it's pretty fucking sick, like what he does to his autistic brother. And it's like
sick as in
like
shredding a skateboard, or sick as in something
the opposite
gross?
of shredding a skateboard.
Heinous abuse.
Like heinous abuse, so to speak. So
that's not
fun.
That's
I
not
don't like that.
Yeah, it was it was like one of those things that just made me like kind of like sick to my stomach when I heard like how the story ends with it. And like the idea is you go to these bottle trees, you grab a bottle and you bottle up the pain of some people, because obviously they do these sick things, but they still like carry that trauma and they carry that pain with them. Like there was like another story about a woman who had like a really abusive relationship with her father. And then, there was like another story of like these like that you're following along with like this slave woman that jumps off a ship and loses her son. So that's
a fucking 6-pack of trauma right there.
Yeah, it really is. And it's like,
it's good trauma.
Yeah, I'll say like the best of trauma.
Yeah, dude.
They just bottle it up.
That's like craft IPA trauma.
Yeah. So like you're carrying I guess this bottled up trauma. That's basically the idea.
Bourbon barrel aged trauma.
You need to release that trauma. Yeah. Bourbon barrel aged.
This is in red wine oak barrel trauma.
Good legs.
I got a double dry hop trauma over here.
Dude.
Aromatic trauma.
Dude, I have a 30 rack of hams trauma today.
I will say the last bit is that I think in the Discord there was a lot of kind of like mixed feelings about the combat, because you're doing a lot of exploring, a lot of platforming, and then you get into these like little small combat arenas and fighting different enemies. And it can be frustrating because I'm always frustrated with like fast enemy attacks that you can't predict from like off camera. And, you know, they will give you cues on where the attacks are coming from. Yeah. Now, I am color deficient with reds.
Oh, interesting.
And the problem is that when it flashes red, I don't see it. So all of a sudden I get like
a toggle option in the settings.
I haven't looked, and admittedly, most of the time I do toggle that option. Mm-hmm. But I honestly haven't looked to the point where I'm like, that was the thing. It wasn't frequent enough that I felt like the need to change it. Mm-hmm. I mean, because I'm hitting the dodge button, like spamming it like crazy, like, you know, I'm playing Bloodborne or something like that. But the combat can be kind of frustrating, but it is manageable.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, I do got to say, like, I'm still pinching myself that I'm here and I'm more kind of, I guess, permanent capacity. So
you are here in a permanent capacity.
Yeah,
it seems so obvious after I didn't even ask these two fuckers about it. I'm just like, Stoy should just be here.
I didn't care,
and I appreciated the warm welcome that you guys have had. That you guys have been like, just yeah, for sure. It's like, oh man, this is so great, because like I enjoyed recording with you guys. I enjoyed talking games with you guys, and it's great to be here on a kind of like, I guess, a more permanent basis. So
I'm looking forward to learning more about you, becoming buddies.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, and I think that this is actually like the best platform to do that. So I got to know Tyler, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a whole Jared Leto thing where he mailed me like dead rats and he
fat
cum in a bottle.
But then
I went to
can't wait till I get my cum in a bottle.
If I went to a drug dealer and like, this one's called fat cum, and I'd be like, I quit weed today. I quit.
I'm going right to rehab.
Where is Jesus? Because I'm going to go find him.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
God.
So, but
we're very happy to have you. We're lucky.
Yeah, and especially to the audience listening. You know, I've been popping in the Discord a lot more, kind of like, you know, keeping an eye on like what you guys are talking about and everything. So I'm in there as Spetsnaz81. So I'm the guy with the Leon Kennedy face.
We need to have ourselves identifiable more in the Discord. So
I think
people know who we all are.
I think I parentheses myself as like Stoy, I think, if I recall.
You might, because everyone's like, who's Dylan? And there's this guy named Soup du Jour who's always...
Yeah, and this guy just Sonic. What does that mean?
He's talking about mascots who are 10-year-old mayors.
Everybody knows I'm just Sonic, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Dude, Just Sonic is so sick, though.
Yeah.
Just Sonic is really good.
For those that don't know the story,
I want to hear the story because I have not heard this story.
Tyler was interviewing Adam Korlick, who was taking around a prototype Sega Pluto.
Yeah, which was worth more than my life.
And
yeah,
Tyler's never played a Sega Saturn.
I played a Sega Saturn
that day.
No. I had a cousin that had one when I was growing up, but it was like he lived 14 hours away.
We set Tyler up to interview him by himself.
I was very green with podcasting at this point.
Tyler didn't know about Ataris yet.
Oh, poor
I didn't know
Tyler.
what was going on. I couldn't find my ass from my elbow. And then, you know, it happens sometimes. You got to improv when you podcast. And I was asked a very simple question that I shouldn't have had to improv.
Hey, so what's your favorite Sega Saturn game?
Sonic.
And he says, what?
Which one? And I went, just Sonic.
Just Sonic.
Not Sonic R, not like Sonic 3D.
The fighters.
Yeah, Sonic Fighters.
Do you know the last time I played a Sonic game was probably like 19 years ago.
If you've been listening this entire time, thank you so much for joining us here on the podcast. If you want access to episodes early, if you want access to bonus episodes of Popcorn Dogs, tons of Elden Dogs, as well as a whole bunch of Raw Dogs. We have a lot of exclusive episodes there. Check out patreon.com/hairofthedogcast. And special thanks to Patreon executive producers Brian Ward, Ryan Christianek, Kipper, Phil Wright, Jordan Hoff, Kelly Gutowski, Bryant Ross, Phil Red Bear, Phil, thanks Tyler. Justin Melly, Just Sonic, Horny Jim, and Levi Wayne. We appreciate all of your supports.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
Yes, if you're a Patreon member who's not on the Discord yet,
you're welcome too.
Yeah, if you're not on the Discord yet, definitely reach out. We'll get you on there. Just send me a message. And also, we have a free trial. If you're listening and you want to check it out, we recommend the trial. It's, pain-free, money-free. So
step into our house, take a look around.
Our podcast is more addictive than Fat Cum, though, so good luck.
Fat Cum.
I can attest.
Now, if you are an
I've
executive...
stopped my Fat Cum addiction, and I've now consumed Hair of the Dogcast.
If you are a Patreon executive producer...
I've been having diet cum.
You have access to... our... executive producer
what
exclusive show.
Cum? Like just
You have access to our
less sugar.
You have access to our exclusive show, Side Quests, where the Patreon executive producers one at a time gets to choose a topic for us. And Phil E sent me a list of questions he wanted us to talk about, and then someone made a suggestion in topics for Raw Dogs of video game crushes. Who do you have crushes on? And I'm like, that'd be too horny. And then Phil sent me...
I'm 100% beyond that.
But Phil sent me a private message like, I changed it. I want it to be that.
Nice.
So we have no choice but to talk about our favorite video game crushes for Side Quests, which we'll be right back for. But otherwise, if you're not on Patreon, you should. And we will see you next time.
Au revoir, as the French say.
What they say, French ni.
I've just started playing video games yesterday.
Expedition.
I get so happy every time Charlie Cox's character says Tristan in the game.
Oh,
Clair Obscure.